Bruins win it 2-1.
Bergeron! And the Bruins win the series!
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, it's the Bruins and the Toronto Maple Leafs about to hit the ice for their second meeting of the year. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Bruins trying to keep things rolling after back-to-back shutouts. The Toronto Maple Leafs missing their captain, Austin Matthews, tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge news for the Leafs to be missing him, but they've traditionally, as we talked about a little bit earlier in the pregame show, Ryan, they've done well when he's been out. You know, you don't want him out for any length of time, but you know, in a short amount of time, you've had other guys who have really kind of picked it up. For the Bruins here today, you know, I think that the blueprint's there. I think they're in a different place than when they played the Leafs earlier. And I think it brought some real good out of the Bruins, if that makes any sense, because of the rivalry these two teams have. But the Bruins have found a little bit of a blueprint, not exactly what they want, but a little bit more of a blueprint towards the game that they're striving and the team they're striving to be over the last two games here. So taking control, especially in that offensive end, holding on to pucks, making the Leafs work defensively is certainly going to be an area that they need to excel in here today.
The keys to the game are brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire, nobody. Face-off coming up next on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Felger here. The NBA is finally back. A new season means new ways to get into the action at the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Who's draining threes from beyond the arc? Who's crashing the boards and grabbing rebounds? Get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of NBA player props. First time, new DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Every point counts with the DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours. And Hope is here if you feel you have a gambling problem. Call 800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start with GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball.
The wait is almost over.
This crowd is ready for hockey.
The world's best players take the ice to compete for their country. International Best on Best Hockey comes to Boston as Bruins stars Brad Marchand of Team Canada and Charlie McAvoy of Team USA compete to see which hockey nation will reign. Canada, Finland, Sweden, USA. The Four Nations Face-Off. Get your tickets today.
Every Friday morning at 7 a.m., Toucher and Hardy get down to business with the MMQB's Bert Breer, presented by Bentley University, where good business begins and leaders come to learn.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, Canada, our home see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Getting set for the opening face-off between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Bruins. We take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for the Leafs is Anthony Stolarz on defense, the pairing of Jake McCabe and Chris Tanev. And up front, Matthew Nyes, Max Domi, and Mitch Marner. For the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman in goal, Nikita Zadorov and Charlie McAvoy on defense. And up front, Brad Marchand, Elias Lindholm, and David Pastrnak. Starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code SportsUp. New customers get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
And the first 5 minutes are presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Stephen DeStefano of Tewksbury, Mass. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Stephen will get a pair of tickets for a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins on the road in the white helmets, white sweaters, black across the shoulders, black numbers and gold trim. The Leafs in blue from head to toe with white numbers and trim. And we get underway from Scotiabank Arena as the faceoff win by the Bruins, who will go from left to right here in the first period. Pastrnak chasing one on into the Toronto zone. Elias Lindholm kept it moving down toward the corner. Now McCabe will take away along the end boards. He'll start it toward the far circle, carries out into the neutral zone. Pass up the right side for Marner. Dealt one off with a shot thrown to the net by McCabe. The first save of the night goes to Jeremy Swayman.
That's a good pass from Marner. McCabe moves it to the right. He keeps coming. Everybody drives through, and Marner puts that puck right at the blue line so McCabe can skate into it. Good rush by the Leafs right off the hop here with 4 guys, and that starts with McCabe coming out of the zone with it.
Marchand and Max Domi collided over by the penalty boxes. Marchand headed over to the bench, and on his way hit Tavares with that as the puck goes in behind the net here for the Bruins. Backhanded deep here before Zacha.
Brazo just tried to go short side, coming down the right, holding on to that puck, put it off the outside of the post.
Doyle kicking it back toward the blue line. Hampus Lindholm got a stick on it, and then Zacha able to knock it around McCabe. Zacha goes and gets it. Hampus Lindholm from the left point, shot one wide of Stolarz along the near side. It's kept alive by Carlo, who pivots it back deep.
This line really effective for the Bruins the other day against Seattle. That's Brazo and Coyle and Zacha.
Cycles around the far side. Lindholm will play it in deep here, and Coyle's got it at the right circle. Angles one back to the point for Carlo, a drive just wide.
Thrown back for Tyler Johnson, who just hopped on the ice. Just missed that tip on the way in.
Here's McCabe between the face-off circles. Dropping one back. Leafs starting up out of their own zone. Robertson will drag it through neutral ice with speed across the Boston line. Wrist shot cradled against his body by Swayman.
He was able to get a good head of steam, was Robertson, coming out of his own zone that time. He beat a couple of Bruins forwards. You know, you don't want to take a penalty there, but you're reaching in a little bit, and he had good speed coming through the middle. The D were forced to back off, and I mean, he takes that shot from the dot in the left wing side. I mean, that's how far the defense was back on that. And they're getting a line change, I understand, but that's a little too much space.
A defensive zone face-off here for Mark Kastelik, with Beecher and Koepke on a unit that has been together for most of this season. As Robertson fires one up over Swayman's head, it kicks off the glass and all the way out into neutral ice. Oliver Ekman-Larsson played it up the near boards for McMahon. Nobody knows where the puck went. It landed in the penalty box, apparently. A minute 59 gone here in the first period. No score.
You're 2 minutes in. Everybody's hit the ice for the Bruins. You know, everybody's gotten a shift so far, even a short one there for the fourth line. Tyler Johnson right back on the ice with Patra and Frederick. Curious to see what he can do. You know, he hasn't played a game yet. He's been practicing, but there's a big difference between practicing and getting in game. You know, he's got a lot of miles on him, but he's a smart player, crafty player. We liked him in training camp. We've seen him over the years. You know what he can do.
Lost his stick here in a battle for the puck just outside the blue line. He'll go back to the bench and get a replacement. As Patra's got the puck far circle in the Bruins zone. Now Peak will back it up. Peak from the near circle. Out to Patra in the neutral zone. Turned away around the check of Timmins. Tyler Johnson will backhand one in deep to the Toronto zone. We get a whistle behind the play here.
That'll be a too many. That certainly wasn't an icing. They're not calling offside. Linesman going over to talk to the referee right now. I think it's going to go to Toronto.
Toronto has a bench minor penalty for too many men on the ice.
So with 2:27 into this first period, Bruins will get an early power play chance.
Greg Berube has a perplexed look on his face. Yeah, it's definitely no question on that one. I didn't pick it up when it happened at real speed, but there was no question it was.
So the Bruins power play went 1 out of 5 against Toronto in their earlier meeting this year. Goes to work here early. Elias Lindholm, Brad Marchand, Charlie Coyle, joined by Pasternak and McAvoy. Puck will be cleared past the pinching Pasternak far side by Marner. McAvoy back in his own zone. He will leave the puck there, taken by Elias Lindholm, carries it ahead to the center circle, drops it for Pasternak, plays it off the left wing boards, keeps it moving for Marchand. Diving effort to keep it alive by McAvoy out near the blue line, and does. Coyle to Elias Lindholm. Center blue line, McAvoy over to Pasternak for a one-timer. Stolarz made the save, and he is down after taking that puck. And the official blows the play dead as McCabe comes over to take a look at Stolarz. Now the trainer
got up around his shoulder, it looked like. I mean, neck, you can see him holding his collarbone right there, right in between his mask and the padding for his shoulder. Tanev goes out to try to block that. He's so good at blocking shots, and he's tasked with trying to do that against Pasternak. The puck got to him just above the dot in the left wing circle, but that was a rising shot as Stolarz, who's been real good, really solid for this team, takes it up high. He's going to try to shake it off and stay in there.
Trainer headed back to the bench. Stolarz grabs a quick drink and tries to ready himself as a face-off will be to his right. There's 1:29 to go in the Bruins power play. Stolarz coming in 4-2-2 on the year with a 2.38 goals against and a .919 save percentage. Stopped 30 out of 34 in the first meeting between these two teams, taking the loss in overtime. Face-off win by Coyle. Marchand tapped it to McAvoy, but under pressure from Marner. And Marner goes down trying to get around McAvoy and out of the zone, and they're going to call McAvoy for a trip, and that will even things up at 4 men aside.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there for the Bruins. It's a tweener, right? Do you go, do you step up on it? You're expecting some help. And then now you're flat-footed. Marner chips it by, and now you don't really have much choice there. So the face-off is won. It gets pushed back, and Marner just driving through from that left side is able to get to it about the same time McAvoy does. And McAvoy reaching and ends up taking Marner down.
So 3:04 gone in the first period. Each team has been whistled for a minor penalty already. So it'll be 1:23 of 4-on-4 here, barring any more penalties. Bruins trying to get the lineup set here. It's going to be Zacha and Pasternak, with Hampus Lindholm and Brandon Carlo as their 4-man unit. Zacha will take the face-off against Nylander. Puck pulled behind the net here by Hampus Lindholm. He'll start it out. Bruins moving from left to right here in the first period. Pass off the leg of Domi. Came bouncing toward Riley, and the Leafs have it deep in their own zone. Ekman Larsson to Domi. His pass across ice in the neutral ice, cut off by Carlo. Now finds Riley near the red line. Leafs on a would have been offside, so they pivot back into the neutral ice. Nylander now will play it off the right wing boards, but Lindholm right there for the Bruins. Carlo sends it back for Hampus behind the net. 45 seconds left in the 4-on-4 before a short power play for Toronto, and that's out of the reach of Zacha coming through the neutral zone. Leafs have it back.
Boy, you hate to give up possession. You got full possession of the puck coming out of your own zone. It's really an unforced error there. Now Toronto's coming back at you.
Here's McCabe across the line. Deals it off left side for Nyes. Dropped back for McCabe. Marchand blocked a centering pass. It'll go around the boards to the far side, and Elias Lindholm first man to it. He hits Pete coming out across the blue line, carries it up to the Toronto zone, but turns it over there, and Timmins sends it the other way in the direction of Tavares. Missed him, and that is an icing against Toronto.
Yeah, neither team very sharp right now, just in terms of execution, right? You had one chance for Toronto. You had a couple shots from the point for the Bruins, but a couple icings, a couple missed passes. Each team taking a penalty.
10 seconds left on the 4-on-4 as the faceoff comes in the Toronto zone. Elias Lindholm against Tavares. Leafs come away with the puck, so they will go to a short power play here. Ryan Reeves was serving the too many men minor. He steps out and heads straight toward the bench as carrying the puck into the Bruins zone was Tavares, but lost it. Boston able to clear it all the way down. 25 seconds left on the McAvoy penalty now, as Riley angles it off the boards for Marner in his own zone. Marner going to carry it through the red line and finds Tavares cutting down the right wing side. Riley now at the right point. Walks it along the blue line. Deals off right side. Marner threw one to the front of the net looking for Nyes, who got it back out in front. And it ricocheted around off a couple of legs, but the Bruins clear at the length of the ice.
Boy, you better be ready for the puck at all times when Marner has it. I know he takes some heat up here once in a while. He is a good player. And he's deceptive on that pass. Looking backdoor for Nyes, who was open.
Camp with a long shot, sticked away by Swayman. Pete played off the end boards. Tyler Johnson whips one out into neutral ice. Koepke will play it down the left wing wall. Kastelik in there to try and get it away from Stolarz, who came out to play the puck. Bruins to win it back, and a chance there for Kastelik. Stolarz made the save. Pete fires one back toward the slot. Taken away, and Nylander will bring the Leafs ahead. Lorenzo on the near boards. Spun it in behind the Bruins net, rather. Wotherspoon forced back in there. Played near side for Kastelik, who helps it out of the zone. But
he initiated the contact there with McCabe to make sure that puck got out.
Kastelik will play it away from McCabe here. Frederick and Brazo coming forward, but can't get a clean entry. Oliver Ekman-Larsson volleys one back through neutral ice over a leaping Marner, who caught a piece of it. Somebody caught a piece of it with a high stick there. So they blow the play dead, and the faceoff's going to come in the Boston zone with 13:54 to go in the first period. No score here in Toronto on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
John Sewer and Drain Clinic is happy to announce their newest location in Norwood. Now even faster service for your clogged drain emergency. John Sewer, the name to know when the drains don't flow. Visit johnsewer.com.
There's a domino effect that takes place when the first person orders a hash brown with their breakfast sandwich. Suddenly, no one in the car can think of a single reason why not to get a little extra crunch. And you'll hear a chorus of, "I'll do the same," from the back seat.
Now, buy one breakfast sandwich like a steak, egg, and cheese bagel and get another one for $1. Only in the McDonald's app. Limited time only at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Valid once per day. Must opt into rewards. Visit the McDonald's app for details.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The cold weather's coming. Call Revise Energy now for a no-cost Mass Save Home Energy Assessment and make sure your heating system and home insulation are adequate for winter. Call 800-885-SAVE or visit callrevise.com.
Hey, it's Scott Zolak. Patriot Place in Foxborough has it all for fall, from amazing restaurants to exhilarating live entertainment and nightlife. Bowl a strike at Splitsville Luxury Lanes. Enjoy one of my favorite meals at Davio's Northern Italian Steakhouse, or grab a beer at Bar Louie, and you've never experienced adventure like Red Door Escape Room, now open. Patriot Place is perfect for getting together with family and friends. And here's my pro tip. Download the Patriot Place app for event listings, special offers, and to earn rewards. Patriot Place. Shop, dine, and enjoy.
Hey, be sure to check out the Fix It Forward program from Rodenheiser Home Services. Rodenheiser will apply any past heating or AC repair bill towards a new system up to $550. Visit Rodenheiser.com/fixitforward for details.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Celebrate the freedom of choice with great offers on the Bronco family, or get winter ready with the Ford F-Series. No score here in Toronto. Bruins and Maple Leafs, 6:06 into this first period. Face-off in the Bruins' defensive zone. Zacha won it back into the corner. Zadorov steered it off the far glass, but not out. Tavares keeping it in, but now McAvoy will skate it ahead. McAvoy to Brazo coming across the Toronto blue line. McAvoy goes in deep to play the puck out from behind the net. Zadorov from the left point. Puts it back around the wall to Coyle, near side, back to McAvoy. Redirected shot. Stolarz made the save.
Brazo with the tip. He's got the hot hand.
Here's McAvoy over to Zadorov. Top of the left circle, a shot that is tipped up and over the glass. Faceoff will stay in the Toronto zone.
Tell who tipped that last one by Zadorov. I don't know if Stolarz got a piece of it or if it went off the bar, but it was a good shot from the right point that time, and you had the tip there from Brazo that changed direction. Stolarz stays with it, makes a good save. Mentioned Brazo with a hot hand with 4 goals in his last 6. But just cycling this unit, this Coyle unit, I mean, cycle the puck down low, get to it, win a battle. That's a nice tip from Brazo that's tipped down, and Stolarz sticks with it with either left pad or glove.
Face-off, far circle down to our right. Coyle in there against Camp. Coyle arguing as he gets tossed out of the circle. Zacha will take his place. Wins the draw cleanly. Zadorov skating it down the left wing circle. Centering pass just missed Brazo in front. McAvoy to the right wing circle. Zadorov turned off of it. Lorentz will bring the Leafs forward from just inside the red line. He plays it around behind the Boston net. Coyle chasing a free puck into the far corner. At the blue line to keep in was Tanev, but knocked out of the zone by Brazo. Forces it back toward the Toronto zone and heads off as part of a Boston change. Peak keeping his own zone. Pasternak, good pass along for Marchand coming out of the zone. Carries into the Toronto end. Taken off his stick by Benoit. Marchand tried to cut toward the middle.
He was kind of isolated there. He had Reeves on a back check, but Marchand's pretty good coming from that left wing side. And Benoit was a few difficulties this past week or so.
There's a chance out in front for Marchand off the feed from Elias Lindholm. Stolarz made the save. Leafs drag the puck back out into neutral ice. Peak at the blue line. We get a hand pass here against the Leafs. With 12:20 to play in the first period.
A great opportunity out front that time for the Bruins. That's the forecheck that they're looking for, and they create the turnover after Marchand gets going up the ice, tries to beat Benoit one-on-one, but then the Bruins stay with it in that offensive zone and eventually get this chance point blank in front. Stolarz has been good here to start.
Bruins with 4 shots in the early going to the Leafs 3. Face-off win by Toronto as Domi pulled it back to Riley. Tap toward the Boston blue line. Here is Domi working his way down the right circle and having to deal with Patra, force that puck in behind the net.
Good help by Patra that time.
Marner on the far boards, pivoting away from some pressure from Patra. Nyes kept it moving into the far corner for Domi. Sticked away by Hampus Lindholm around the near boards. Oliver Ekman-Larsson about halfway deep into the zone, played it back around behind the net. Lindholm looking to clear and does. Bouncing puck comes out toward the red line, gets bottled up in front of the benches, and now swept into the Toronto zone by Patra. Riley will turn the Leafs back up ice. Sends one up the left side for Robertson. Robertson couldn't catch up with it in the near corner of the Bruins zone. McAvoy around to the far side for Beecher. Lifted up into the air, high up into the air. Knocked down with the glove of Koepke by the Toronto bench, but they've gone into the bench and came back out. So 11:23 left here in a scoreless first period. Bruins trying to get back in front of the 500 mark if they can pick up a win tonight, their third in a row it would be. Have to do that face-off over again. Maple Leafs 2-3-2 over their last 7 games. They are a game above the 500 mark at 6-5-2 for the year. Benoit from his own blue line. Waited ahead for Pacioretty, who got a piece of it. Deep into the Boston zone it comes. Tavares wraps it around the far boards. Hustling over there was Timmins. Shot it back in deep. Pacioretty forcing one out in front, denied by Pete. Nylander reverses it back around toward the near side, and at the point, Benoit will play it back along the end boards for Pacioretty. Now Nylander, back to Benoit. Center blue line, Timmins' shot was blocked in front, I think off his teammate Pacioretty. It'll be Kastelik to feather one into the Toronto zone from center ice as the Bruins change up. 10:40 to go here in the period. Nyes carrying back into the Boston zone. Centering pass for Domi broken up, and the Bruins will go the other way. Coyle's pass coming through neutral ice got bottled up a bit, but now Brazo will sweep it down deep into the Toronto zone. Zacha in the left wing corner. Held by Ekman Larson. Played off the boards by Brazo. Back to Zadorov at the point, and his shot, cradled by Stolars, hangs on to it.
Yeah, Zadorov hoping that somebody could rotate to the front of the net that time, whether it was Brazo or Charlie Coyle. When that line goes to work down low, they're a handful. You know, and then you can work it from low to high, get those shots through as long as you're able to rotate to the front.
Face off in the offensive zone for Elias Lindholm. Marchand lined up in the slot. Pasternak along the far side of the face-off circle. Off the draw, Leafs control. Nyes will play it out of the zone. Picked off at center ice by Lindholm, but missed Pasternak coming back toward the attacking blue line. Marner reaching for a puck. Gets it onto his stick. Sends one across the ice and off a Karam. Domi just fires one into Swayman's glove, and he hangs on to that. We've got 9:58 to play here in the first period. Scoreless between the Bruins and the Maple Leafs on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Every great team is built around its stars. So let's meet the stars of your New England Ford dealer's award-winning lineup of SUVs. First up, we have the Bronco Sport. Its iconic styling really sets it apart on the road, and its all-terrain capability makes it ready for anything. Then, there's the Ford Explorer. There's room for 7 passengers and a ton of gear. Your New England Ford dealers have some great offers on the whole award-winning lineup. Stop by today and see for yourself.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank. Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
What a week. My kids were practicing baseball near the chandelier. My wife forgot she was making toast. And I learned that I'm no plumber. Fortunately, safety insurance made life a little easier for us. Our customized coverage ensured we were protected, and safety made it easy to access our policy online, get text alerts, even take advantage of paperless billing. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms, even the self-created kind.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for just $1, and everyone is going, including you. Just a hunch. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Third-party delivery prices may be higher.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Fans celebrate the historic Centennial Game on December 1st by securing a special edition jersey. The premium Centennial Game jersey, inspired by the on-ice jersey, is made for the fan and is now available for purchase at the Pro Shop powered by 47. Visit bostonproshop.com or stop by the Hub on Causeway to grab yours today.
That last shift there, Brad Marchand was a little shaken up. He went to throw a hit right at the blue line and kind of lost his balance a little bit, went into the boards a little awkwardly. Getting some attention from the training staff over on the bench during that last commercial timeout. Seemed to be okay, though.
Just past the midway point of this first period, Tavares trying to play it into the Boston zone was denied. A second effort winds up offside.
It'd Between the Pipes is sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes for the Toronto Maple Leafs is Anthony Stolars, and for the Bruins, second straight start for Jeremy Swayman.
Swayman comes in 4-4-1 on the year, 3.16 goals against, an .895 save percentage. Picked up the shutout in his last outing against Seattle. Made 23 saves in that one as the puck comes around the near boards, and Kastelik will give it for Beecher. Kepke keeps it moving ahead. Period. Yeah. It was a very busy third period for him, but Brents will carry back into the Boston zone, and then he leaves it behind at the blue line. Bruins have it back. Peak to Wotherspoon. Carries up across the red line, now across the Toronto blue. Here is Marchand. Carrying the puck all the way around behind the net. Trying to get it back to Peak, but getting a piece of it was Nylander. Forced it out of the zone. Bruins on a delayed offside. Will tag up. Pasternak gets in on the forward check, as Morgan Riley will bring it out toward his own blue line. Tavares redirects the puck deep. Swayman backhanding it toward the near corner. Peak couldn't get it to Marchand. Elias Lindholm will tap it forward. Here's Pasternak in a foot race with Ekman Larsson. Pasternak pulls up along the left wing, or right wing corner, and brings it all the way back toward the blue line. Marchand now, as we got a whistle, and we got a Bruin down at the other end of the ice. It's Andrew Peak who is laying on his stomach.
Well, he initially could not get that puck off the boards. I don't know if it was Pacioretty that finished the hit on him.
Now the trainer out on the ice here to take a look at Peak, who's still down.
Yeah, there's not much there from Pacioretty that I can see. To be honest with you, I mean, he actually left his feet just a little bit, but not really. Now they're reviewing. Yeah. They get it right. So Pacioretty's going to finish the hit on Peak. It's not from behind. Did he get him in the head? Did he leave his feet? That's the question you're looking for. I don't think he did. He barely left his feet, but I don't think he got him in the head.
Andrew Peak is up, skating off under his own power, but is going to go up the tunnel.
His head may have hit the boards of the glass.
Right.
I didn't see anything malicious there from Pacioretty. So there's something I'm missing, but got a couple different looks at it.
Ryan Puckmara and Pierre Lambert, the referees, are looking at the tablet right now to determine if there will be a penalty.
He didn't get him in the
not.
head. I mean, it could have been something as simple as the shoulder. He was in an awkward spot, but Pacioretty didn't hit him from behind. He didn't get him in the head.
Yeah, from the replay, it looks like Peak's head may have caught the glass.
Here comes the announcement now.
Pacioretty is coming out of the penalty box.
Yeah, I agree with that.
After review, there was no penalty on the play.
And I like the rule because of that. Get it right. You call the major because, okay, they didn't see it. They didn't see it when it happened. So let's just make sure. That's what the rule's there for. Now, the Bruins are not happy. I think they felt that Pacioretty left his feet, which he actually did. He pushed up, and he was in the air when he made the hit. But was he just driving up, and that's kind of a product of what happens when you start low and you drive up? Or did he leave the feet before the contact was made? And if he does, then that's a little different. And the referees obviously thought he didn't.
So, at least for the time being, Bruins short a defenseman as the face-off outside of the Toronto blue line. Putting pressure on Kepke in the near corner, but the Leafs will come away with the puck. Brought through neutral ice. Timmins off the right side. Reeves got it down deep into the Bruins zone. Kastelik gets the outlet pass, and here comes Boston. through neutral ice. Kastelik's pass to Koepke is they're going to whistle that an offside here against Boston as Reeves ran into Koepke right around the whistle.
Yeah, interesting. Both coaches put out fourth lines after that, right? Kastelik can certainly handle himself up front. The Leafs come with Reeves and Benoit, just in case.
Face off near the Toronto line for Trent Frederick here. Up against Pontus Holmberg. Now Frederick out, and Patra gets in there. Puck will come across the ice toward the near side. Riley from his own blue line. Pass ahead for McMahon. Here's Holmberg down the left wing circle. Took the shot. Swayman the save. Rebound knocked out of the air by Hampus Lindholm. Ekman Larson wires one wide. Goes off the back glass. Holmberg sweeps it around toward the far circle. Robertson racing over to beat Frederick to the puck. Backhands it deep. Going to get it back out in front. Instead, it'll come back to Riley at the near point. Over to the far side. Ekman Larson fanned on it and pushed it toward the corner. And puck ends up on the stick of Hampus Lindholm, but he can't clear. Here's Riley, back left point. Deep it comes to Carlo. On the end boards, Robertson takes it off his stick. Around it comes to Ekman Larson, rolled over his stick and out into neutral ice.
Up shifting for Ekman Larson after his team keeps it in the zone. Lindholm failed to clear.
Bruins forechecking in the Toronto zone. Ekman Larson spins it up the far wing for McMahon. McMahon tried to play it right for Holmberg, but he had headed off for a change. Bruins come right back to the Toronto line. Collision as Domi knocks down Pasternak while Paster was trying to play it into the attack zone. Domi looks like he wants to fight Elias Lindholm.
Came over and gave him a push, and Domi backed off like he wanted to fight him there.
McCabe deals it out into neutral ice. They work it to Nyes on the left wing side. He tried to leave it along the boards, but I think he was expecting Marner to get it. Marner instead cut toward the middle. Now Nyes will play it across the Boston line as he stood up there by McAvoy. Zadorov a giveaway. Chance in front for Nyes as he gets taken down.
Bad giveaways. I mean, the Bruins getting careless with the puck. Lindholm got a little careless with it. Zadorov careless with it right there, trying to make a little touch pass into the middle. It's just not there.
Boston number 13, minor penalty for tripping.
Coyle thought he made a pretty good play on that defensive play. I'd almost agree with him. Yeah, Zadorov tries to make a backhand pass into the middle. It's not there. And then Coyle. So if you get puck and you take the guy down, they can still call a penalty. And that's, used to be where if you get puck first, then it's no penalty. But it's changed. And he did get puck first with a nice sweep check, but then he got the feet.
So first full opportunity here on the power play for Toronto tonight.
There was a quick 2-on-1 for Holmberg. Carlos stood up at the blue line, and the support should have been there, but was not.
Here's Riley at the point. Set it over far side for Marner. Back to Riley. Now Nylander, top of the left circle. Trying to get it in front. Blocked by Carlo. Elias Lindholm will backhand it down ice. So the Toronto power play is on an 0-for-21 slump before they scored one on Sunday against Minnesota. Again, coming into the night, 4 out of 40 on the year. 10% is second worst in the league. Riley whistles one across ice. Nyes picks it up off the carom. Marner and a pivot away from Beecher. Plays it across ice for Nylander, the left circle. Now center blue line for Riley. Minute 15 to go in the power play here for the Maple Leafs. Nylander with a shot. He had Nyes on the back door trying to redirect that one.
Twice back door for Nyes, one on each side.
Tavares now right wing circle. Knocked off his stick by Hampus Lindholm. A chance for him to clear, and he does. Halfway through the minor to Charlie Coyle. 5:20 to play here in the first period. No score. Ekman Larson to Robertson. Drives it in from just inside the red line. Far corner. Pacioretty trying to keep it alive here and does. Ekman Larson now at the right point. Pass for Domi at the hash marks. Domi gets knocked off his skates by Zadorov. Bruins will get it out. Zacha feeds one ahead. Elias Lindholm trying to get a break. Taps it on goal, and Stolars makes the save.
It's Wiener for Stolars.
Stolars will cover one as the centering pass comes right to the doorstep. We've got Pacioretty and McAvoy both a little slow in getting up after they got tangled out near the blue line on that.
Yeah, the hustle play there by Lindholm. That puck is just chipped to him. It's chipped to space from that left wing side as the Bruins do a nice job getting this puck out of the zone. And Lindholm trying to get behind the D. Robertson's trying to chase him down. Stolars doesn't know, should he come out? Should he not come out? And it was Zacha who flipped that puck to him. And Lindholm, what a nice little move there. Robertson's reaching for the puck. Lindholm lifts his stick and then chips that puck in on Stolars. And Stolars sticks with it, makes a good save.
Face off in the Toronto zone here. 24 seconds left on the Leafs power play. Kastelik wins it cleanly from Domi, who gives him a cross check, and Kastelik gives him one in return.
Kastelik, I'm sure, had a conversation with him.
Puck shot all the way down ice by Carlo after it came back into the Boston zone. 10 seconds to go on the Leafs power play. Ekman Larson to his own blue line. Pass redirected deep here by Domi. Parker Wotherspoon skates onto it. Boyle is out of the box. Pass comes in his direction, and he directs it towards Stolars, who sets it up at the side of the net for Timmins. So the team's at full strength here with 4:15 to play in the period. No score here in Toronto. Lorentz through neutral ice for the Leafs. Deals it off right side. Reeves tried to fire and misfired. Puck came through the top of the crease instead. Here's McCabe giving it away. Carlo will angle it off the near boards. That one's going to go just far enough for an icing.
Yeah, Coyle sending that puck down the ice after picking that pass off. But good kill by the Bruins. You know, they had that backdoor chance. Nyes had two chances on the back door. Like I said, one on each side. One on the power play, and the other one was a pass from Marner looking for him backdoor. He was ready for that one, but just couldn't come up with it.
Nyes goals in 5 of the last 8 games for the Leafs, 6 of them on the year. Face-off win by Coyle. Zadorov sends for Hampus Lindholm behind the net. Shot off the far boards and out into neutral ice and just missed Pasternak, and that'll be another Bruins icing.
Yeah, someone was saying, Nyes is just realizing how good he is, right? 5 goals in, his last 7 games, and he's elevated to this line, usually with Matthews and Marner. Today it's with Domi and Marner. Power play time.
Face off to the right of Swayman. Tavares will get a warning here. Coyle wins it toward the corner. Zadorov taps it behind the net. Hampus Lindholm sends it hard around the far boards. Bruins can't get it out. Pacioretty moving toward the top of the left circle. Takes the shot. Squeezed against the body of Swayman. And we'll take a break. 3:35 to go here in the first period. No score in Toronto on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
Hi, this is Trev Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger, up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
DQ presents Picture This. Picture your favorite DQ treat, like a Blizzard treat, cone, shake, dilly bar, or peanut butter parfait. Now picture your favorite DQ treat right where it belongs, your hand. Get a real DQ treat today. DQ, happy tastes good.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
3:35 left here in the first period. Bruins and Maple Leafs are scoreless to this point. Toronto 0 for 2 on the power play officially. One full chance and one partial opportunity on the back end of a 4-on-4. Bruins had a short power play of their own in this one as well. Face off here in the defensive zone for Elias Lindholm. Wins it cleanly from Domi. Carlo angles it around behind the net. Brought up into the neutral ice from the red line. It'll be lifted down into the right wing corner. Elias Lindholm pushed it in behind the net. Pasternak there. Oh, gets buried from behind. Marchand immediately dives on. I believe that's Tanev. And everyone gathered into that far corner. Pasternak got absolutely blistered.
He did. And the only thing here, Ryan, is did he turn his back at the last second and Tanev had already committed to hitting him? If he did, that's hard on Tanev to let up. And that's...
Now, Domi took a swipe at Marchand, and that gets everything going again.
Yeah,
the officials trying to calm everything down.
Carlo just put Domi in a headlock as well. So, like, Tanev is a pretty honest player. He plays hard, but he's an honest player. And I mean, sometimes mistakes happen, but I have to. Watching it again, Pasternak's going to the boards for the puck. He starts to go up the boards, and at the last second he turns to go back down the boards, and that puts. And Tanev's already committed to hitting him. As much as I want to, say that this is one that you got to avoid. I don't know. Like the forearms on the numbers. The problem is Pasternak turned back into him. And I think when it's all said and done, they're going to see this.
2 minutes for boarding, 2 minutes for roughing. Boston number 63, 2 minutes for roughing.
Now, the Bruins are going to get a power play. Tanner's saying for what? I mean, because why do I get the boarding? He turned his back on me. He starts going up. Pasternak looked over his shoulder. He starts going up the boards. And Tanev wants to hit him on the side. And then Pasternak turns back to his right to go back down the boards. I mean, I don't blame Marchand for what he did, but Tanev's saying, I've committed to making this hit because he's going up the boards. And Pasternak did look, and then he turned back to his right. Tanev's already committed to making that hit. I hate to say it, that's a tough call on Tanev.
So it will result in a Bruins power play.
The visual of it has him with a forearm on Pasternak's numbers, driving him into the boards. But when you've committed to making that hit, and the guy turns at the last second, you can't pull up. At least if you're that close.
Right.
They could have given that a major and looked at it.
I kind of thought that's what they might do, as they did earlier with the Pacioretty hit. Give him a 5 and then
that one was
go for a
replay. Worse visual than the Pacioretty, but still.
So the Bruins to the power play here for the second time in the period.
I can see why Tanev was upset that he got the extra 2.
Face-off win by the Leafs. Marner, chance to clear, sends it all the way down ice. McAvoy will bring the Bruins to the blue line, drop one off as Zacha comes out to neutral ice. Pasternak now carrying into the Toronto zone. Puck into the left wing corner for Coyle.
Zacha taking Marchand's spot on this power play.
Here's Lindholm out of the corner. Gets tripped up. Zacha got it back to Pasternak. Over to McAvoy, stepping into along the right circle. They work it in front for Coyle, a chance. And Stolarz made the save.
Sharp. That was a good left pad save, or left toe save there from in tight.
Shot all the way down ice here by Connor Timmins. Minute 15 to go in the power play. Bruins going from left to right. 2.5 minutes left here in the first period. Pasternak from his own zone. Turned back to get the puck away from Nyes. Sends over to McAvoy. Quick across near side. It's into the skates of Elias Lindholm, turned over.
Get this thing set up again. The Bruins a little sloppy coming out of their own zone.
Tyler Johnson stepping on, and he'll play the puck back behind the Boston net for McAvoy. 44 to go in the power play. McAvoy feeds it to the left side for Frederick. Pass Brazo into the far corner. Frederick will get there first, trying to get it back toward Hampus Lindholm at the point. It was picked off by Lorenz.
Yeah, it's more patience there from Trent Frederick. Lorenz was still picking up his stick out at the blue line.
Hampus Lindholm to Patra coming through neutral ice. And the Bruins will wind up offside here at the Toronto line.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Bruins, kind of ugly here on this power play. Trying to get set up in that offensive end. One chance, right? That chance there from the pass, left wing circle, down low at the goal line for Elias Lindholm, just to the right of Stolarz, and then he one touches a pass to Charlie Coyle, and Coyle just kind of pushes that puck towards the net, trying to go far side. And it's a left toe or left pad of Stolarz that gets it.
Power play brought to you by Bosch Tools, engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Tools are built to keep workers going at full strength. Bosch Tools, what hard workers deserve. Played down along the near side corner. Elias Lindholm, Pavel Zacha, both there. Zacha gets it free and sends out in front, but Marner right there. He'll bring the Leafs forward as the final seconds tick off on the penalty. And the Bruins now 0 for 2 on the power play. Riley throws one towards Swayman, who knocks it down. Hampus Lindholm grabs the loose rebound. Elias Lindholm now from his own blue line to the red line. Backhands it deep into the Toronto zone. They're going to say Pasternak was offside of the blue line.
Yeah, he was flying down the left side. Lindholm was trying to send that puck into space for him, but jumped the gun a little bit there at the blue line.
Brad Marchand released from the penalty box after serving his minor.
That's Kastelik talking to Pacioretty, but
it's 5-on-5 here. Tanev still in the box for the Maple Leafs, serving back half of his 4 minutes. But it is full strength for both sides here. Kastelik guarding the puck as it trickles down into the Toronto zone. Koepke and Beecher both in there deep. Kicked along the boards. It'll come for Pacioretty near circle, and he backhands it out of the Toronto end. That will go for a Maple Leafs icing with 39 seconds to go in the period. Shots are 7 aside so far. Elias Lindholm will get a face-off in the offensive zone here.
Yeah, both teams have had some good chances. I don't think either team's been exceptionally sharp, though, here in this first period.
Off the draw, McAvoy. Pass taken away by Ekman Larson. Volleyed back toward the Boston zone. Leafs getting some changes on here as the Bruins come forward. Elias Lindholm couldn't get it through Benoit near the Toronto line. McCabe with a pass to Nyes. Nyes near the red line gets forced back. McCabe will play it right side for Domi. Into the corner. Zadorov able to protect that puck. Now McAvoy kicks it back toward the corner and just tries to eat it with 6 seconds to go in the period. Centering pass for Nyes came free. And Kastelik able to get a stick on a pass intended for Benoit. And that brings us to the end of a scoreless first period. So the Bruins and Leafs each with 7 shots on goal through the first 20 minutes. Neither team finding the back of the net. And we head toward the second. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the Bruins signing of Tyler Johnson as part of our first intermission here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
There's nothing quite like the Honda Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid when it comes to exhilarating efficiency. With hybrid technology and thrilling capability, these vehicles deliver an electrifying performance on every drive. But what truly makes these hybrids special is the unwavering determination that inspires everything we do. Redefine your driving experience with Honda, KBB.com's best value brand of 2024.
Based on 2024 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelly Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
By the time you're finished listening to this Pepsi Zero Sugar, you'll be 15 seconds closer to kickoff. Stock up now Patriots game day is so close, you can almost taste it. Patriots watching. Better with Pepsi.
Hey, it's Felger here. The NBA is finally back. A new season means new ways to get into the action at the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Who's draining threes from beyond the arc? Who's crashing the boards and grabbing rebounds? Get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of NBA player props. First time, new DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Every point counts with the DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours. And Hope is here if you feel you have a gambling problem. Call 800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start with GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
With the cost of everything going up today, wouldn't it be nice to save money, especially on your insurance? And if it was easy to do? At Hub International New England, they're making it simple to protect your family, home, and more. With one call to their new number, 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Easy, right? 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub is the largest insurance broker in New England and offers the widest possible range of options in personal insurance from the best companies like Safety Insurance. Save money and time by calling 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub International New England. They take insurance personally. Learn more at GoCallHub.com. That's GoCallHub.com.
Hockey season means it's Pulis Boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Pulis Boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to PulisBoilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Pulis Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 98.5 Sports Hub. Easily Media Group station.
First intermission here in Toronto. Bruins and the Maple Leafs are scoreless. Back alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. And the Bruins have I guess you'd call him a new face in the lineup tonight. And Tyler Johnson, we saw him during the preseason. We saw him during training camp, but officially not added to this roster until yesterday when the two-time Stanley Cup winner signed a contract with the Bruins for the rest of the year. And Jim Montgomery talked today about what Tyler Johnson will bring to his lineup.
Energy, poise, wisdom, and just game management. He's going to make plays. He's going to be able to help us on the bench. Just another veteran voice who's won a couple of cups.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfair to ask a lot of them here today, practicing and then playing in a game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Here at Scotiabank Arena, it's not easy to just jump right into it. You can practice all you want. You can try to simulate game conditions all you want. The Bruins don't practice a whole lot. I mean, no team does right now. You don't have a lot of practice time. There's a lot of days off built in. There's a lot of travel. There's different things like that. You try to get them in when you can, but it's not easy. So try to simulate that game action. Even if you are practicing a lot, it's virtually impossible. And have to give him a little bit of time to kind of get up to speed here. It was kind of a choppy first period, so we didn't see a lot of ice time there. He played a little second power play, but that second power play didn't see much time at all. And then there was a bunch of penalties throughout that period, so he's not seeing the penalty killing time. So it's going to take him a little bit here to kind of get up to speed. But what he brings is the intelligence, the experience. We watched him play in preseason. We've watched him play over the years, whether it was with Tampa, especially with Tampa. Chicago was a little hard to get a gauge on, but especially with Tampa and things he was able to do there and how competitive he is when the games are on the line. But he's a smart player. He's not a big guy, but he's not going to blow you away with his speed, but he gets away with smarts and his intelligence. and his hockey IQ. And both of those, or all of those, are really strong points for him.
Well, as you said, it's been a long wait for him outside of the 4 preseason appearances. He hasn't suited up for a regular season game since back in April with the Blackhawks. He said he's excited to join a team that has high expectations this year.
Well, I think I'm a good player. So I just want to show that. I want to show that I can help this team. I want to be a part of something, especially a team like this that's going for a championship. And that's all I can really do.
Yeah, he can certainly help. And the ways that he can help, other than what we just talked about, he's somebody that can play any of the forward positions. More likely probably center or right wing. Today he's playing right wing. He can go up the lineup. He can go down the lineup, depending on where what your lineup looks like on any particular day. So you want to give a line a jolt. Maybe you throw him on that line to see what kind of chemistry you can have. It might be a short-term fix, but it's something that I think he can add to it. Today he's playing with Patra and Frederick. Like I said, they didn't have many 5-on-5 shifts together throughout that period, so a little hard to figure it out. He had one play up the boards where we saw him in preseason, right? He gets that puck up the boards, whether it was on his off wing or whether it was on the right side, and he just makes good, smart plays into the middle. If he's got the support there, he made a good pass into the middle in that first period. Really didn't have many touches other than that, so, but not a guy that's going to hurt you in areas. And like I said, his compete level's really strong, and we noticed that, watching him play in those playoff runs for the Tampa Bay Lightning, winning 2 Stanley Cups with him.
Well, you talked about his versatility, and that's a big reason why the Bruins wanted to add him to the roster, and he said he takes pride in that.
I think talking to him is maybe just a little bit of both, just kind of wherever the holes might be, and that's kind of how my last, 8 years has been, just kind of filling in left, right, or center. So I try to take a lot of pride in that wherever the coach wants me to play, whatever position, role, whatever it may be, I can try and do. So that's really what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, small sample size for us to watch him, but in preseason he played all 3 positions, right? He played the left side, he played center, he played the right side. Like I said, today playing the right side. When I talked to, I had an interview this morning, and they were asking me where Johnson's going to slide in, and they were a little surprised I said right side. They just thought he'd be a centerman. I said, his versatility is something that, one of the reasons that the Bruins wanted him because things start to happen. Somebody goes down with an injury, or somebody's not going on a given night. You want to maybe give somebody a rest and sit them out on a given night. He can slot in there and play any of those 3 positions.
So Tyler Johnson signed yesterday officially in uniform for the first time officially tonight. Semi-corresponding move made today. Max Jones has been placed on waivers by the Bruins as well. We are through 1 period of play here at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. The Bruins and the Toronto Maple Leafs are scoreless. We will have more of this one coming up. And up next, we'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines with Joe Murray here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, what's up, it's Owen? If you're a plumber, a pipe fitter, if you're in the piping trades, then you got to call my friends at Charles D. Sheehy. CDS is proud to work with the region's best life science, biotech, and pharma contractors to help them deliver their projects on time within budget. Make CDS your choice for pipe, valves, and fittings. Call them today.
Get more out of your vacation with Norwegian Cruise Line, where you have more to see, more to do, and more to enjoy. Book today and get free second guest, plus unlimited open bar and more with Norwegian's all-new More at Sea package. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
The cold weather's coming. Call Revise Energy now for a no-cost mass-save home energy assessment and make sure your heating system and home insulation are adequate for winter. Call 800-885-SAVE or visit callrevise.com.
Now, I've been talking about how Massachusetts is the global leader in the life sciences. And people ask me, Felger, what does that mean? Well, let me break it down. Massachusetts is home to over 1,000 life sciences companies across the state, making it the global epicenter of the life sciences industry. We are ranked number 1 in education and healthcare. Along with over 40,000 new jobs projected by 2032, Massachusetts is the perfect place to start an exciting career in the life sciences, where you can make a difference. To learn how to get your start in the life sciences, visit masslifesciences.com.
The Providence Bruins are swinging in the Marvel Superhero Weekend, November 8th and 10th at the Amp. Meet Spider-Man and other characters. Let's see the Bruins take the ice in jerseys inspired by everyone's favorite web slipper. Get tickets now at providencebruins.com.
The weather is changing, football season is here, and we cannot be more excited about the season here at 128.
This is Ryan Williams with 128 Plumbing, Heat, and Cooling and Electric, and it is officially time to check your heating system before the season begins. At 128, preventative maintenance on your heating and air conditioning systems is a core focus. We have a dedicated department to ensure that your system is working effectively and efficiently all season long. If it has been a few years since your system has been checked, give us a call at 888-CALL-128 or visit us online at call128.com.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, let's take a look at your NHL scoreboard right now in the second period. Buffalo leads Ottawa 1-0. After one period, no score between Montreal and Calgary. In the second period, Flyers and Hurricanes, they are tied at 1. Late in the first period, Penguins and Islanders, no score. And just underway, Tampa Bay and St. Louis. Later on tonight, the Wild host the LA Kings. Winnipeg off to an 11-1 start. They host the Utah Hockey Club. And in three other games, Colorado hosts Seattle. The Vancouver Canucks go to Anaheim tonight. And in the late game at 10:30, San Jose and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Patriots, they're gearing up for their game this Sunday when they take on the Bears. The NFL trade deadline has passed, and the Patriots did not make a move today. But there were plenty of moves around the NFL. The Ravens get Tre'Davious White from the Rams. Also, the Steelers get Mike Williams and pass rusher Preston Smith. And the Commanders get Marshawn Lattimore. Joel Embiid suspended 3 games from the NBA for shoving a reporter. And the Celtics host the Warriors tomorrow night. The Boston Bruins are back on the Causeway Thursday night to face off against Calgary Flames at 7 p.m. Select tickets are still available. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to be here for all the hard-hitting action. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 15% off your next drive to oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, now open in Franklin, Billerica, and in Peabody. I'm Joe Murray. The second period is next on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey Google, cool down my car.
And,
hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Now Nissan offers 6 vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequences shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Applies to 2024 Nissan Altima, Kicks, Leaf, Rogue, Sentra, and Versa base models. Trim level described with higher MSRP. All prices are manufacturer suggested retail price. MSRP excludes $13.90 destination and handling charges, tax, title, license, and options. Dealer sets actual prices.
Bosch tools are built for workers. Bosch's powerful hammer drill has kickback control to help work go more smoothly when you need it. The 2-in-1 impact driver and wrench quickly changes between bits and sockets, so you only need one tool instead of 2. And the X-Lock grinder switches wheels up to 5 times faster than standard grinders. Bosch tools take care of the job and you. Bosch tools, what hard workers deserve. Learn more at BoschTools.com.
Hey, DQ fans, the Oreo Cookie Fudge Brownie Blizzard Treat is here to make your dessert dreams a reality. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your local Nissan dealers. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting phone line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com. And Dairy Queen. DQ fans, kick off your favorite game with a sauced and tossed chicken strip basket. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy taste good. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Back here in Toronto, where the Bruins and the Maple Leafs played a scoreless first period, we are joined by Matt Poitras downstairs. What did you think of the overall pace and play in that first period?
I think it was, it was a little kind of like back and forth, just a lot of pucks in the neutral zone. So I think in the second we just got to find our legs and, get pucks behind them. I know you said this morning you got plenty of family here in the building tonight. What does it mean to you to play in this building? It's pretty cool, just this being the city closest to where I grew up. So it's obviously special to play here and have a lot of people here watching. What's the biggest key for you guys here going forward to try and get a win here tonight? I think just be relentless, get on pucks, and pressure up ice. I like that word, relentless. Thanks for the time. Good luck in the second period. Yeah, thank you. Matt Poitras brought to us by TD Bank. TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. As the teams come out to start the second period, the update from the Bruins: Andrew Peeke, upper body injury, will not return to tonight's game.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate what it is, but if it was the head, Pacioretty's contact his hit did not make contact to the head. Right. If it was the head, then it was, maybe his head went off the boards or off the glass. And you got Kastelik and Reeves talking right now. Things got a little heated towards the end. I know Domi's probably a target right now for the Bruins a little bit. But Reeves and Kastelik having a long conversation right now. Kastelik taking the draw, Reeves on the right wing.
So in the second period, Bruins will go from right to left on offense. And off the drop.
They're going to go. Nope.
Separate. Here's Beecher into the Toronto zone. Shot blocked off the leg of Timmins. Kastelik backhands in behind the Toronto net. And Waugh will steer it up the far wing. Picked off in neutral ice by McAvoy. Dumped in by Kastelik. Lars went out to try to play it. It jumped past him. Benoit spun it back around the near side as Kastelik goes crashing into Timmins. Broke his stick. Lorentz just inside the Boston blue line. Whistled one wide.
He got buried by McAvoy, I believe, after he made that pass, and he's in some pain going to the bench.
Yeah, Camp slowly making his way over to the Toronto bench as McAvoy steps forward here down the left circle. Knocked off his stick by Ekman Larsson. Angled back through neutral ice. Hampus Lindholm kicks it in the direction of Pasternak, who carries it back into the Toronto zone. Down the right wing circle, a centering feed. Kicked back toward that far wall. Now Carlo an off-balance one-timer, and the save made by Stolars. Carlo's got it back from Hampus Lindholm. Pass in the direction of Marchand. He and Domi collide. Marchand trying to backhand it for Pasternak, who goes and gets it. Carlo back at the point. On to Hampus Lindholm. Down the left wing circle. Ridden to the boards by Nye. Stays with it. Keeps it moving around to the far side. Now Carlo will pinch in to poke it past Domi. Pasternak now in the right wing corner. Pivots with the puck onto his backhand. Turns and fires off the skates of Domi. Came right to Marchand. Back to Pasternak. One-timer is blocked by Lorentz, and he's a little worse for wear. But Nyes will bring the Leafs forward here on a one-man rush. The rest of his line is changing. Nyes gets wiped out going to the net, and Marchand brings the Bruins right back. Pass floated in the direction of Poitras. Would have been an offside. Marchand gets it deep on the delayed call and heads off as part of a change. Nylander lost it to Poitras just outside the Toronto line. Poitras will play it deep, and going to get it on the near side is Tyler Johnson. Frederick going behind the net.
Stick up high from McCabe. Poitras did.
Yep, penalty coming as the Bruins get Swayman to the bench for the extra attacker. Frederick coming back through the neutral ice and deals it back for Wotherspoon, who circles behind the Boston net, which is empty right now with 17:40 to go in the second period. On the delayed penalty, Zacha to Coyle, and it's touched up by the Leafs just inside the blue line, and high sticking is the indication.
And up and down below the goal line there to the right of Stolarz. Poitras going over to the bench and getting some
Toronto,
looked
22,
at.
2 minutes, 5 seconds.
Yeah, no doubter from McCabe. It's a hard-nosed player McCabe is. He's led this team in ice time, average ice time, the last 3 games. So this past week, he's played more. He's had more minutes than anybody on average. I mean, him and Tanev have been a really good shutdown pair for them. They haven't given up a lot. Unfortunately, they haven't scored a lot, especially on their power play this week.
So the Bruins with their third opportunity on the power play tonight. McAvoy's got it and will play it deep behind the Toronto net. Tanev spun it back toward that far side. Marchand and Coyle helping to win it back, but now turned over, and puck will be cleared down ice by Camp.
Yeah, Bruins the first power play they had in the first period was abbreviated, and the second one really never got any traction, so
Pasternak through the neutral zone, slides it right side for Coyle, off of Ekman Larson. Marner with a chance to clear, and does, over McAvoy's head. 40 seconds into this power play. As McAvoy picks it up from Swayman, bringing toward the near side. Leaves it back inside the blue line for Elias Lindholm, stepping forward. Tried to get it left side for Marchand, picked off.
Can't get it in zone cleanly.
Pasternak will come back to get it from Swayman this time. A minute gone by on the power play. Pasternak through neutral ice to Johnson. Zacha, center blue line for Hampus Lindholm. Back to the far side. Zacha, one-timer, rockets off the back glass. Hampus Lindholm to Johnson. Floats it back to Hampus. He fires it down low here for Pasternak. Bringing off the goal line to the near circle. Johnson back to Pasternak again to the left circle. Center blue line to Lindholm. Pasternak sent it across, and a one-timer by Marchand, kicked away by Stolarz, and the Leafs clear the rebound.
He's been sharp, Stolarz. Had to make a couple of good saves. That's good. That's better puck movement once they got set up. Johnson helped that entering the zone.
Zacha back across the line, finds Johnson along the left wing circle. Deflected pass, got to Hampus Lindholm with the blue line. Shot in front, save made. Stolarz is Brazo trying to redirect that one home. Stolarz able to get it covered with 11 to go on the power play.
Yeah, Brazo right in front of the net that time, looking for either a tip and then the rebound chance, and Stolarz was able to track it and be able to cover up. But Tyler Johnson made 2 good plays on that, right? The first one, the entry. The first unit couldn't get entry. This time it's a broken line change. You still got Marchand and Pasternak out there, but Johnson's up front and joining them, and that pass gets made over to him, and then he finds the open man in the middle of the ice. Now they're set up in the offensive end for the first time. Now they can work their routes. They move it down to the left wing circle, and Pasternak fakes the shot and goes through the seam to the right wing circle for Marchand. Good save by Stolarz, but a couple good looks.
Leafs won the face-off. Riley gets a clear. McCabe will step out of the box as the Bruins send the puck back toward the Toronto zone. Nylander able to chop it out. Dump back in, and Riley has it on his stick. 15:20 to go here in the second period. Game still scoreless. Bruins officially now 0 for 3 on the power play tonight. Lifted into the Bruins zone by Tavares. At the back of the net, Zadorov couldn't get it cleared. Chance in front for first Nylander and then Tavares, and Swayman standing tall.
Zadorov, tough decision there, trying to reverse that puck.
Riley over to Ekman Larson. Right circle in front for Tavares. Couldn't redirect it. Out at the blue line, Riley has it knocked off his stick by Beecher. Beecher's got a break into the Toronto zone. Ekman Larson comes back and makes the play.
Oh, terrific help by Ekman Larson. Beecher just couldn't get his footing to get moving away. Tried to break away from Riley, which he did, but Ekman Larson able to come across from the other side and just get a piece of that stick.
Here's Nylander just inside the Boston line, throwing one to the net as Holmberg provided a screen. Puck redirected into the far corner. Knocked off of Holmberg's stick, but right to McMahon. McMahon, shouldered by Frederick, behind the net. Hampus Lindholm moved it toward the near side. Kepke and Kastelik helped get it out of the zone. Frederick giving chase up ice. McCabe there first for Toronto. 14:08 to go here in the second period. Deep it comes behind Swayman. He comes out of the net, shoots it around the near boards. Up against the wall was Holmberg to get that back, and the Bruins will take it away, and Patra will work his way up the left wing side. Patra driving toward the side of the net, backhanded one through the slot.
Yeah, Johnson going back door there.
Leafs will get called for an icing here with 13:46 to go in the period.
Tough turnover there behind the net by Zadorov as he tried to reverse. That leads to a point-blank chance, and a terrific save by Swayman right in front of the net, and he pushes out. He actually made 2 saves in that sequence. And good defense. That was Nylander on the first one, right? Tavares on the second one. They've had some chances back door. Tavares had a look back door, just missed it. We talked about Nyes in the first period with 2 chances back door.
Face off in the offensive zone here. Pasternak helps push it toward the right wing corner. Now Elias Lindholm and Brad Marchand both in there. Marchand's pass intended for Wotherspoon got picked off. It'll be dumped in from center ice on goal by Holmberg. Near side boards. Robertson slips a Marchand check. Sends one across ice. Stepping in for the shot was McCabe, but that one forced off into the corner by Zadorov. Now dragged back out in front, and Nyes with a chance. Put it wide on the glove side of Swayman. McCabe with a drive, and that one gloved by Swayman. He'll hang on to it and draw a stoppage.
Yeah, that one sailed, I think, a little bit on McCabe. Marner kind of looking up. Bring that down a little bit, trying to get a tip on it.
13:10 to go here in the second. Bruins and Maple Leafs are scoreless here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The cold weather is coming, and now is the perfect time to contact Revise for your no-cost Mass Save Home Energy Assessment to make sure your heating system and home insulation are adequate for winter. Keep cozy this football season. Call 800-885-SAVE or visit callrevise.com. You gotta try the 99 Restaurant's new $14.99 Big Deal Meals. For hearty, full-sized entrees for just $14.99 every Monday through Wednesday, like the roasted turkey dinner or juicy chopped sirloin. You gotta love the nines.
November, the season of touchdowns, turkey, and giving thanks. But what if you could add finding money to the list? Well, you might be able to when visiting findmassmoney.gov. Here in Massachusetts, 1 in 10 people have unclaimed property, from things like uncashed paychecks, refunds from overpaid bills, or forgotten savings accounts. Findmassmoney.gov is free, easy to use, and it only takes 30 seconds to search your name. So this November, make a winning play and visit findmassmoney.gov, because finding money is the ultimate game changer. That's findmassmoney.gov.
The Peterson School is having an open house and career fair this Thursday in Westwood and Worcester. Go to petersonschool.com for details. Register now and control your future with the Peterson School. The Peterson School. We teach the trades.
Are you ready for a bathroom upgrade? Transform your old tub into a stunning walk-in shower with Luxury Makeover. No money down, and with over 32,000 projects completed, your dream bathroom is just a call away. Visit luxurymakeover.com right now.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
13:10 to go here in the second period. No score between the Bruins and Maple Leafs. Mentioned coming out of the first intermission, Andrew Peeke is done for the night with an upper body injury. What's the impact of having to play 5D for...
I love it. I used to love it. I mean, you know, you're in a game now where they try to use 6 defensemen a lot. Some guys might get the bulk of the ice time because of special teams and things, and, you know, you get down towards the end of the game, you're only using a certain amount of guys. But, you know, in all honesty, I mean, I'm going back years now, right, when I played, but we used to love 5 defensemen. It just gets you, I think it got you more into the rhythm of the game. You're out there sometimes every other shift, but the game has changed, so if you can play 6 and you can be effective with 6, I think that's ideal for you. But, you know, as a player, you don't mind being out there. And even, you know, when you go back to some of those teams that won cups and how they would go down to 4 defensemen at times in the third period. And
locked up inside the Boston blue line here. Wotherspoon helped to clear it out. Patra took a hit from Ekman Larson.
4's a little tougher, but 5 I thought was very manageable.
Here's Nylander through the center circle. Tyler Johnson going to stick on it as it got to the Boston line.
The only thing you don't have, Ryan, is you have guys playing a little bit out of position. Certainly you're not going to play with the same partners that you started the game with, because you have to play with everybody. But we've seen Zadorov play the right side a few times here on shifts because you're missing a right defenseman. So a couple guys have to go over there and play that right side. Wotherspoon can do that.
Zadorov playing it up the left side here for Patra. Pivots into the neutral zone. McAvoy jumping up, carries it all the way down the right wing circle. Took a shot. Stolarz kicked a rebound out in front.
Looking for the rebound. That's off the right pad from the right wing side. And there was a rebound there, but nobody able to come up with it.
Pacioretty dumped one in on Swayman, who tried to cover it up. Didn't get a whistle as the puck was poked free, and Zadorov took Pacioretty down in front.
Yeah, gave him a couple pops to the head, too. Now Reeves is in there. But he's going to get an interference penalty, Zadorov is.
So Zadorov being dragged to the penalty box here. Swayman was trying to freeze that puck.
I think he was in between. Do I freeze it? Do I let it go? I think he wanted to give the puck off to his left to McAvoy, and as he took the glove off of it to move it to his left, he got his stick caught in Zadorov's skates. That's what happened, and then Zadorov takes down Pacioretty. And once he got him down there, he gave him a couple lefts for good measure. Yeah, he wants to move that puck. But Zadorov's trying to run a little interference on Pacioretty so that Swayman can he's just turning around to cover Pacioretty, assuming that puck was going to be covered by Swayman.
So here's Nylander setting up the power play from the left circle, behind the net to Nyes. Marner now top of the right circle. Pivots away from Beecher, gives back to Riley, shot, scores! And so the Leafs power play, which has struggled mightily this year, cashes in on one here in the second period, and they grab a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, and it was the guy that was taken off the power play in the first place to go with 5 forwards last game that gets back on it because Austin Matthews isn't in the lineup here today. And you go back to basics, right? Win the draw, get a shot through from the point, rotate it from the half wall, down low, around the boards, up high again. And basically it's just going to be a wrist shot from Morgan Riley with traffic in front provided by Nyes, and it's going to beat Swayman to the glove side. So a little bit of a miscue by the Bruins, right? Swayman at the last second says, I'm going to play this puck instead of covering it and holding on to it. And as he does that, he gets his stick caught up in Zadorov. Zadorov takes down Pacioretty, and the next thing you know, you get a power play goal and a 1-0 lead.
So the 4th goal of the year for Morgan Riley. And the Leafs draw first blood.
Scored against the Bruins in TD Garden earlier. Morgan Riley did.
Bruins whistled for an icing here with 11:10 to go in the period. Faceoff will be to the right of Swayman.
It was a good wrist shot, but it's traffic there, and Swayman doesn't see it. Right under the bar.
It's the 5th power play goal in 14 games for Toronto this season.
2 games in a row, though.
Yes, it is. Craig Berube hoped that one that they got on Sunday would kickstart that unit. Puck batted out of the air and out into the neutral ice. It'll be a hand pass here against the Leafs. With 10:51 to go in the period. Mitch Marner, Matthew Nyes getting the assists at 8:44 on that power play goal. Marner had 3 assists in that game in Boston about 9 days ago. Gets another one here tonight. Gives him 15 points on the year. 13 of those are assists.
Got points in every goal against the Bruins so far.
A face-off in the offensive zone here for Elias Lindholm, but Domi beats him on the draw this time.
Going to get a high sticking penalty, though.
Puck comes careening back into the Toronto zone. Stolarz goes to the bench.
He got the high-sticking penalty on Patra. He's going to draw the high-sticking penalty now.
Now the Leafs with an extra attacker on. And puck still in their zone as Marner forced back into the corner, turns it over to Pasternak to draw the whistle.
It's going to be a penalty to Pasternak.
So Toronto right back to the power play.
Boston, number 88, 2 minutes for high sticking.
10:26 remaining here in the second. Pasternak sits. Fourth power play of the game for Toronto. Tavares against Coyle on the draw. Nylander controls it off the far boards, gets it back to Riley. Now on to Marner at the right point. He'll push it down the right circle for Tavares. Studies his options. Gives it to Marner in the corner. Now back up top for Riley. Over to Nylander far side. Back across near side. Marner jumped over the puck first, picked it up off the wall, and then centered. Here's a chance from Nylander. They score. Nylander just fired that puck to the front of the net, and it hit someone and kicked in, and it's 2-0 Toronto.
Yeah, sometimes you start to get the bounces, right? You feel like your power play's coming, and then you get a couple bounces, and this is a good bounce, right? Nylander on the left wing side. He's going to attack the net from the right of Swayman, and he's just going to try to snap this pass across to the front, and I don't know if it goes off. Carlo's trying to cover Nyes in front. He's got good body position on him, but it goes off the right leg of Carlo and in. There's not much Carlo can do here. He's doing exactly the right thing. He's keeping Nyes between, he's staying in between Nyes and the net. He's doing exactly what he should do, and it's just a bad bounce. It goes off the right shin of Carlo and past the glove side, but
so Nylander gets his 10th.
You get a penalty up the ice off of a face-off. Pasternak's just trying to lift the stick of McCabe. I understand what he's doing, but unfortunately he got it up, and now you got to kill it. And a good break goes the Leafs' way, and all of a sudden 2 power play goals for a team that only had 4 on the entire season coming in.
The puck went out of play inside the Boston zone, so we will step aside. 9:55 to go in the second. Back-to-back power play goals for Toronto. They lead it 2-0 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick. I have teamed up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation this year for Feeding the Puck for families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, they will be enabling a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank, up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
We all know there's a hurricane season, but hurricanes, evidently they missed the memo. Same thing with Tornado Alley. Tornadoes are going so far off course, they've hit every New England state in the last 5 years. Start preparing now by talking with an independent agent about safety insurance. Whether it's wind, water, fire, or ice, they'll make sure you're covered no matter what Mother Nature throws at you, including hail. Ow! 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 Safety insurance will help you manage life's storms.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Fans registration for the 2025 Be Fit Challenge, powered by National Grid, is open. Fans of all fitness levels encouraged to walk or run in support of a first responder and military charities at TD Garden on February 2nd. To register for this one-of-a-kind event, head to bostonbruins.com/BeFitChallenge. 9:55 left here in the second. Toronto has taken a 2-0 lead.
A lot of chatter between Zadorov and Reeves during that last commercial timeout over by the benches.
Dumped in here by Charlie McAvoy. Around the near boards it comes. Leafs will control it. And out of the zone it goes. Nylander from Marner and Riley, the second power play goal at 9:58.
No stick for Timmins as the Bruins dump this puck in.
Puck comes bouncing toward the blue line. McAvoy gloves it to try to keep it in, but now swept out. Timmins will head to the bench, get a new stick. Brazo trying to spring Zacha. Instead, it came all the way across for Patra. Back across for Brazo, and a one-timer. Looked like it might have hit the post. Zadorov with a shot. That's blocked in front. And chasing the puck out toward the blue line. McAvoy arguing for a penalty.
No, he's getting a penalty for tripping.
The other way.
He got his stick in between the legs of Robertson. What a save by Stolarz if he actually got this. The 3-on-2 as Toronto gets caught up the ice. And this pass comes from right to left for Brazo, and he gets the shot away. And I believe Stolarz got a cross on this and makes this save. Oh, yeah. Wow. Just got a replay of it. Stolarz gets all the way across and makes this save on Brazo. He's made a couple on Brazo in this game. McAvoy not happy about the tripping call, but I can see why he's not happy. Boy, did Robertson draw this one. That stick was there on his right side. I thought it was between his legs. It was actually on his right side, and Robertson clamped down on it and went down. And McAvoy dropped the stick. I could see why he was upset on that.
He's in the box. Just over 9 minutes to go in the second. Toronto coming off back-to-back power play goals, right back on to the man advantage. Marner gave one away at center ice to Zacha, and back down towards Stolarz it goes. Riley circling behind his net, brings it out toward the blue line, deals it back for Marner. Nylander will bring through neutral ice, floats it off to the left side for Nyes, denying the centering pass. And here comes Marchand back the other way. Coyle drags one to the backhand, takes a long shot. Save made by Stolarz.
Marchand ended up being the decoy. Him and Tavares went to the net, and that allows Coyle to move from right to left and get on the backhand, get a pretty good chance away. Those are always unpredictable, right? Where those backhands are going to go, and Stolarz stays with them.
Minute into the McAvoy minor. Marner sends it down the right wing corner. Carlo reversed it around toward the near side. It'll pop free to Beecher, and he sends it the length of the ice. 45 to go on the Toronto power play. 8 minutes even to go here in the second period. Leafs by 2. Up across the line comes Domi. Domi pivots to his forehand, takes the shot from in tight. Swayman made the save. Out of the far corner, Leafs keep it moving around the near boards to Pacioretty.
Got fooled there a little bit by Domi. That's a good save by Swayman.
Pacioretty angles it off the boards. Ekman Larsson fakes the shot, gives over to Domi. One-timer by Robertson from the inside of the far circle. Didn't make it to the net. Pacioretty's got it right circle. Ekman Larsson up top. On to Domi. Domi toe drags onto his forehand and puts the shot up off the back glass.
Oh, another good move made by Domi there.
Here's Domi again. Left circle, a centering pass for Robertson, and that one-timer gets blocked. Robertson now from the near circle. That one blocked and goes up into the air. McAvoy's out of the box to even things up with 7:10 to go in the period.
Boy, that shift by Domi right there was impressive as I've seen him. I mean, he's got some warts to his game, but boy, that was some pretty high-end skill by Domi on that shift.
Domi picked by Craig Berube to fill in on Austin Matthews' spot tonight. With the Leafs captain out with an upper body injury. Day-to-day was the word from the Leafs earlier today as Patra will drop one off here for Pasternak. Fires across for Hampus Lindholm. Near circle, keeps it moving down low. Hamp got a stick on it, but so did Patra. They're locked up now, and Tanev will come free with a puck here for the Leafs. Lifted high up into the air, bouncing down into Boston territory. Reeves deals in behind the Boston net. Carlo first to it. He'll get it out, but the Leafs bring it right back in. Enwall on the far boards, carrying all the way down to the end wall. Around it comes to Domi. Bumped by Tyler Johnson. Hampus Lindholm sweeps it towards the near boards, but not out. Thrown toward the net by Timmins. It goes up off the back glass. Benoit to Timmins. Throws it in front. Save made by Swayman with Nyes right there. And Swayman able to get that puck covered. We've got 5:58 to go in the second period. Toronto 2 and Boston nothing. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Every great team is built around its stars. So let's meet the stars of your New England Ford dealers' award-winning lineup of SUVs. First up, we have the Bronco Sport. Its iconic styling really sets it apart on the road, and its all-terrain capability makes it ready for anything. Then, there's the Ford Explorer. There's room for 7 passengers and a ton of gear. Your New England Ford dealers have some great offers on the whole award-winning lineup. Stop by today and see for yourself.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for just $1, and everyone is going, including you. Just a hunch. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Third-party delivery prices may be higher.
Hockey season means it's Peerless Boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless Boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to PeerlessBoilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
5:58 left second period. Toronto with a 2-0 lead thanks to a pair of power play goals here in this period. Both of them assisted by Marner, who now has 5 points on 5 goals that Toronto has scored against the Bruins this year. He has assisted on all of them. Gives him now 39 points in 26 career games against the Bruins during the regular season. Face off to the left of Jeremy Swayman. Has faced 17 shots so far. Bruins have 14 down the other end against Stolars. Off the draw, Tavares pushes it back toward the blue line to Timmins. Sends it off the backboards and off the back of the net. Nylander forced past it. Kastelik diving after that puck in the neutral ice to try to avoid an icing, but can't get it. So it'll come back into the Bruins zone for the face-off.
Fans, hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless Boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to PeerlessBoilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Kastelik against Tavares on the face-off after the icing. Leafs control it. Nylander tried a shot from the high slot. Brazo blocked that. It kicks out into the neutral zone. Pacioretty will wire it back in around the glass. Coming toward the near side. Nylander, that's hit from both sides. Zadorov and Frederick, and went sprawling to the ice. Wrapped around the near side boards, it comes to Tavares. Drags it off the wall, gives back up top for Nylander. One-timer redirected wide of Swayman. In the far corner, Tavares onto a loose puck. Able to play around Frederick. Get it back toward McCabe as his shot smothered, and into the far corner it goes. McAvoy sends behind the net to Zadorov. Plenty of space as Zadorov brings it out to his own blue line. Pass ahead. Jumped off the stick of Frederick. Zadorov able to win it back in the neutral ice. Here's Pasternak into the Toronto zone. First shot was blocked. Second shot forced wide, and a penalty coming up.
McCabe's going to get it. First shot was blocked by McCabe, and then it was not McCabe. And then the hook, as Pasternak tried to get the second opportunity away.
We would call Holmberg here.
Holmberg, he was back on that play. He was back playing left defense on that play.
Penalty for slashing.
Slash hook, okay. Either one, penalty. Yeah, the first shot blocked by McCabe, and then the second one, okay, I knew McCabe was back there, and the second one was the slash by Holmberg. But now the Bruins, I mean, the power play that they've had, they have not had good opportunities. I can count one good opportunity they had. That was Charlie Coyle in the first period.
This is their 4th power play of the night. McAvoy steps into a shot, redirected by Coyle, but saved by Stolarz and no rebound.
Yeah, Coyle was looking behind. So Coyle, they win the draw, right? Lindholm wins the draw. And McAvoy's not going to dust this one off. He's not going to look over it. He takes a look over at Pastrnak, but that lane's not there, so he's going to risk this puck towards the net. He's got bodies getting there.
Elias Lindholm on the face-off, this time won by Camp. Brought around behind the net by Tanev, and he'll clear it the length of the ice. McAvoy picks it up behind Swayman. Leaves it near the top of the face-off circle, near side. Elias Lindholm to the red line. He, in turn, leaves it for Pastrnak, who can't find the handle. Just inside the Toronto line, it's lifted back out.
Crisscross, right? When McAvoy dumps the puck back, and then in that instance, it was Lindholm coming up, and then him and Pastrnak are going to switch spots and try to drop that puck off, but didn't work that time.
Pastrnak carrying in this time, goes down low to Coyle, centering pass, got through Marchand, but McAvoy with the drive, save made, Pastrnak rebound with a backhand, hit the outside of the net. Stolarz' stick just got swept out into the near circle. McAvoy to Pastrnak, between the legs, lifting one in on Stolarz and makes the save.
Oh, he's been outstanding, hasn't he, Stolarz? The saves he's made, that time without a stick. Pastrnak tries a play where he gets this puck. He's off to the left side, to the right of Stolarz, right along the goal line, but he's going to attack the net and spin and try to go between the legs. He's been excellent. Every time the Bruins have had a good chance, he's been there.
3:52 to go here in the period. 1 minute to go on the power play for the Bruins, down by a pair. Puck comes across the ice toward the far side, and Nyes will shoot it all the way down. McAvoy bringing it toward the near circle. He'll drop it off for Elias Lindholm. Picks it up on the run. Lindholm will carry all the way across the Toronto line. Left side for Marchand. McAvoy over to Pastrnak. Over the face-off dot, took the shot, save made. Stolarz able to gather in the rebound as both Elias Lindholm and Charlie Coyle were there.
Pastrnak just a little wrister on net, trying to get Stolarz to vacate that short side post, maybe look across, get him cheating a little bit, but Stolarz, he started to move, and then he got back to the short side post. There was a little space there at first.
Zacha, Brazo, Kastelik, Tyler Johnson, and Hampus Lindholm, this 5-man unit. And they'll have to chase it all the way down to the Boston zone with just under 30 seconds to go on the power play. Hampus Lindholm to Zacha coming up the left side. Drives it in. Stolarz comes out of the net, stops it. Tried to give it to Tanev, but
not the cleanest of handoffs there.
It was not. Zacha able to get involved there. Now Hampus Lindholm down into the far corner against Nyes. Tanev will get the puck. Nyes will bring it out to neutral ice. Camp skating into the Boston zone. Floats one towards Swayman, who will play it back toward the near circle for Kastelik. Power play comes to an end as Holmberg's out of the box. 2:47 to go in the period. Tyler Johnson lifts it down the right wing boards. Kastelik at the back of the Toronto net. That's spilled back there by Ekman Larsson. Holmberg will dump it deep into Boston territory. Swayman tried to push it toward the corner, picked off by Tavares, who sent it back in front, but Bruins will come away with the puck. Patra gets it out to neutral ice. Koepke trying to provide some pressure at the Toronto line. Here is Koepke with the puck. Now down the right wing circle. Centering pass. A chance for Beecher there. Couldn't angle that one into the net. Koepke at the right wing corner. Goes behind the net. Puck on his backhand. He'll send it back to Wotherspoon at the left point. Parker going to shoot it off the end boards. And Stolarz makes sure it stays out of his crease as it ricocheted toward the front. Nylander will carry the Leafs forward here. And we're under 2 minutes to play in the period. Now the Bruins have it back in their own zone. Wotherspoon, Carlo, lifting one high into the air, gloved down by Benoit, and that'll be a hand pass against the Leafs as he batted it right to Domi.
I mean, difference in this game, obvious, right? 2 power play goals. One is a good bounce for William Nylander, who took the puck to the net, but they've had a couple of other opportunities as well. Bruins' inability on the power play. They had some chances on that last one. Pasternak with a couple opportunities on the last one, but other than that, I think it's been a pretty even game, right?
Leafs are 2 for 5. Bruins are 0 for 4.
Has been the difference.
Domi trying to keep it away from Elias Lindholm. Marchand able to get it back. Lindholm played behind the net. He'll backhand it along for Pasternak. Now back to the right point. It comes to McAvoy. McAvoy to Marchand. Back to McAvoy down the right wing circle. A centering pass. Hit a couple of bodies. McAvoy has it come kicking right back to him. Brings it along through the high slot. Takes a shot. Stolars gets a blocker on that. Forced it over the net. Marchand left wing circle to Pasternak. Moving to the front of the net. We got another penalty coming up against the Leafs. McAvoy with the puck. He'll send it over to Marchand. Swayman makes it back to the bench for the extra attacker, and the puck is redirected up and over the glass of the far corner. But the Bruins, with a minute to go in the period, will go right back to the power play.
Yeah, a little give and go on the left side, and you got Pasternak attacking the net that time. Is this going to be Tanev going to the box? No.
Domi?
Looks like Domi, so Pasternak, after he moves that puck, he gets moving towards the net from the left wing side, so he's on his forehand when he gets this return pass from Marchand. And a couple whacks by Domi. Make sure he doesn't get there. Oh, yeah.
So power play number 5 for Boston. Elias Lindholm gets some help from Coyle to win the face-off. McAvoy to Coyle, top of the right circle to Lindholm coming out of the corner. Back up top for McAvoy, a one-timer that goes up and over the net.
Yeah, he's had more of a shooting mentality. His last couple power plays has McAvoy from the middle.
Leafs got a clear here with 42 to go in the period. McAvoy to Elias Lindholm coming out of the Boston zone. He'll carry to the Toronto line. Sweeps it off right side for Pasternak. Under pressure from McCabe. Pasta will send it deep here for Elias Lindholm. Marner able to take one away. McAvoy along the near boards, pinching in against Camp to try to keep that one alive. Got caught up in skates. McAvoy still able to get it deep. McCabe now from behind his own net. Played it up the middle, and it just out of the reach of Marchand. Comes back into Boston territory. Final 6 seconds of the period. And Bruins can't get it forward for one more rush before the horn sounds. They will carry over exactly a minute worth of power play time into the third period. But a couple of power play goals for Toronto is the difference in this game. A 2-0 lead for the Maple Leafs at the end of 40 minutes. We'll be back to recap the game so far on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Rev up the fun with the Honda Civic and HR-V. These vehicles redefine the game when it comes to performance and style. With sporty designs matched by powerful performance, the Civic and HR-V deliver a driving experience like no other. But what really sets these cars apart from the crowd is the spirit of determination that inspires everything we do. That's why we're KBB.com's best value brand of 2024.
Based on 2024 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelly Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Hey, it's Felger here. The NBA is finally back. A new season means new ways to get into the action at the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Who's draining threes from beyond the arc? Who's crashing the boards and grabbing rebounds? Get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of NBA player props. First time, new DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Every point counts with the DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours. And hope is here if you feel you have a gambling problem. Call 800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start with GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball.
It's hockey night in Boston, and we've got a real barn burner on our hands. Time to grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right, hockey fans win big on Bruins home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. Oh yeah, that's slapshot savings for all. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time at participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com/Bruins.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
The wait is almost over.
This crowd is ready for hockey.
The world's best players take the ice to compete for their country. International Best on Best Hockey comes to Boston as Bruin stars Brad Marchand of Team Canada and Charlie McAvoy of Team USA compete to see which hockey nation will reign. Canada, Finland, Sweden, USA. The Four Nations Face-Off. Get your tickets today.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Marner jumped over the puck first, picked it up off the wall, and then centered. Here's a chance for Nylander. They score. Nylander just fired that puck to the front of the net, and it hit someone and kicked in, and it's 2-0 Toronto. And that is our score after 2 periods. Back alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. The puck going in off the leg of Brandon Carlo in front of the net to make it a 2-0 Toronto lead as they scored 2 power play goals a minute 14 apart. And that is the difference in this hockey game.
Yeah, right, I mean, a little miscue there by Swayman, right? Who's been good in this game, but he's going to cover the puck. The puck just harmlessly comes in on him, and he's going to cover it. And so as a defenseman, you know, you're coming back, and you see your goalie's going to cover the puck. So you just turn and, okay, anybody coming, I'm just going to keep you away from the goaltender. You know, not a big deal. It happens all the time. At the last second, Swayman decided to play it and to move it to his left. So he pulls his glove off, and he goes to move his stick and move it, and he gets his stick caught up in Zadorov's skates. And he's trying to move it over to McAvoy, and, you know, next thing you know, there's a penalty, and the puck's in the back of the net. I mean, it's an unfortunate mistake. You know, I don't even know if it's a mistake. Maybe just a decision that was made, and then, you know, a bad bounce because you. But then you don't kill it. I mean, and Morgan Riley's not really doing much there. He takes a step to the middle. He doesn't dust it off. He takes the wrist shot. He's got Nyes in front. And the puck finds its way in, off the bar and in. It's a good shot, but it's just a wrist shot. It's looking to get a seam through to the net, or maybe a tip, or maybe a rebound, and that puck finds its way all the way through. You know, the other one's a good bounce for Nylander, but it was 2 penalties by the Bruins. And, you know, the other one was a high stick by Pastrnak off the face-off down in Toronto zone, right? It was an offensive zone face-off. McCabe reaches for the puck, and I think Pastrnak was trying to lift his stick and caught him up high. No real argument from Pastrnak going to the bench or going to the box, and, you know, the Bruins find themselves down 2. Stolar's been outstanding. I mean, you know, Swayman's made some good saves as well, and he needed to. You know, there were a couple turnovers in that period by the defense. I mean, Zadorov had one bad one where he's trying to make a play in front. He had another one in the first period. He's had a rough night. All in all, you know, he's done some good things, but he's had some, you know, kind of head scratchers a little bit here tonight, and you know, trying to figure it out, especially with only 5 defensemen. And that was a point-blank chance by Nylander, right? And then a rebound opportunity by Tavares that Swayman made saves on. So definitely a bad break on the one that went off of Carlo's leg. And then Riley's was through a screen, but both of them were on the power play for a team that only scored 4 power play goals all season in the Toronto Maple Leafs, and without Austin Matthews here today. And the Bruins' inability on the power play has hurt them here today. They finally generated some chances on their last one, but Stolarz was there. 2 or 3 good chances, and Stolarz was there. He's been there all night. He's been excellent in this game. He's really tracked the puck well. He's made a couple of saves. He's moved from left to right. He made a great save on Brazo, robbing him on a 3-on-2 off of a turnover by the Leafs. So that the opportunities have been there for Boston, and you're not out of this thing yet. You're down 2-0. If you can break through with one, you got a chance here because, I mean, as well as Stolarz has played, I think you can really get a momentum push, with a couple of good opportunities for yourself. You still have a minute left in the power play with Domi sitting in the box to start this third period. Normally when you come out for power plays, after a period, after being in there for the whole intermission, they're a little slow to get going. Even on the good ice, you would think that they'd be really strong, but it just takes a little while for some reason, in my mind anyhow, my opinion, for them to get going. And I don't think there's anything, to back that up analytically, but that's my opinion. But you got to get a little sense of urgency. You don't know if you're going to get any more of those chances. There's been very little 5-on-5 play, right? It's hard to kind of get into a rhythm for some of the guys that do not play 5-on-5. But Bruins, if they want to dig down and find a way, you still have a minute to go to start this period, and then you play some doubt there in Toronto's side.
And we've seen the Bruins,
even if you don't score, have some momentum, have some chances, and then start to roll from there.
Yeah, and we've seen the Bruins kind of get hot and cold on the power play so far this year. Even if it's not necessarily scoring, they certainly have the ability to get the puck moving around and start to build something.
That can go a long way. Even if you're not going to score on every power play, but if you put the other team back on their heels and you give the bench saying, all right, let's follow this up with a good shift, right? Let's keep this thing going. It's deflating when you continually go back to your own zone, go back to your own zone, go back to your own zone, can't get it in, to the offensive end, and that's deflating. The Bruins did a better job of that as as the period wore on, and they got a couple other chances. Started with the second unit, actually. Broken because you had Marchand and Pastrnak out there. That was the chance by Marchand in the right wing circle on the one-timer. That was after Tyler Johnson had made a good pass off the entry.
So a 2-0 lead here for Toronto. The two power play goals at 8:44 of the second. Morgan Riley from Mitch Marner and Matthew Nyes. And then a minute 14 later at 9:58 of the period, it was Nylander with his 10th of the year from Marner and Riley, also on the man advantage. 2-0 Toronto leads it after 2. And our music of the game is brought to you by Live Nation. Theatrical rock icons Ghost World Tour 2025, July 21st at TD Garden. Get your tickets now at livenation.com. We're going to check the Sports Hub headlines with Joe Murray next on the 98.5 Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
John Sewer Drain Cleaning is happy to announce their newest location in Norwood. Now even faster service for your clogged drain emergency. John Sewer, the name to know when the drains don't flow. Visit johnsewer.com.
Hey, it's Ryan from 128, and one of the things that keeps our customers coming back is our hassle-free guarantee. Good, hearty service from start to finish. Something any good service provider should do for their loyal customers. Consider us for your next project. Visit us online at call128.com.
This winter, call Smuggler's Notch Resort Vermont home. Home for everyone who expects the best experience and greatest value for their winter family vacations. 3 big mountains, 78 trails, terrain for all abilities, top to bottom snowmaking for the best conditions all season long. Your backyard includes heated pools, hot tubs, tubing, Nordic trails, endless indoor play at the Fun Zone 2.0. Everything is right at your doorstep. Shopping, dining, entertainment, and events. Visit smugs.com and save up to $700 on your winter vacation today.
I'm Mark Jersey, president of Jackson Lumber and Millwork. Since 1946, contractors and builders have looked to Jackson for the latest and most innovative products.
We stay on top of new design trends and continually add in new materials. And at our New Hampshire millwork facility, we manufacture custom doors, windows, and wall panels to your specifications.
That's Mark Detour, our sales manager.
Jackson Lumber is unique because we are a local supplier with the horsepower of a national supplier. You get the personal attention you expect from a family-owned and operated business.
Our Jackson team of experienced professionals help solve problems and can recommend the best products for your application.
Think of us as part of your team. Our sales professionals will take on-site measurements and will be there for you throughout your project. You can always count on Jackson for a quick product turnaround and fast, free local delivery.
Contractors, builders, and homeowners, visit Jackson Lumber and Millwork in Lawrence, Woburn, Amesbury, and Raymond, New Hampshire for all your building materials and supplies. Or visit us online at jacksonlumber.com. That's Jackson Lumber and Millwork, providing solutions and delivering results since 1946.
Hey, what's up? It's Owen. If you're a plumber, a pipe fitter, if you're in the piping trades, then you got to call my friends at Charles D. Sheehy. CDS is proud to work with the region's best life science, biotech, and pharma contractors to help them deliver their projects on time within budget. Make CDS your choice for pipe, valves, and fittings. Call them today.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, the home of the Patriots, the Celtics, the Revs, and Bruins. Boston's home for sports is 98.5, the Sports Hub, a Paisley Media Group station. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, taking a look at scores around the NHL in the third period right now. Buffalo has a 4-1 lead over Ottawa after two periods. Calgary and Montreal, they are tied at 1. Hurricanes 4, Flyers 3. That game 16 minutes to go in the third. And in the second period, Penguins have a 2-1 lead over the Islanders. No score between the Lightning and Blues beginning of the second period, along with the Kings and Wild, and no score between Jets and Utah. And three other games tonight. Colorado hosts Seattle. Anaheim, they host Vancouver. And in the final game of the night, the Sharks, they host the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Patriots did not make a trade today. There were some others, though, around the league. Marchand Lattimore to the Commanders, and Tre'Davious White to the Ravens, and the Celtics take on the Warriors tomorrow night. Jaylen Brown has been ruled out with a hip injury. The 50-50 raffle presented by DraftKings, currently benefiting the Boston Bruins Foundation and Best Buddies, an organization whose mission is to establish a global volunteer movement that creates opportunities for one-to-one friendships, integrated employment, and leadership development for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. To support the Boston Bruins Foundation, Best Buddies, and enter for a chance to win half of the jackpot, visit bostonbruins.com/5050 to purchase tickets. The raffle runs through the third period of the game on November 9th. I'm Joe Murray. The third period is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey Google, cool down my car.
And,
hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Now Nissan offers 6 vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequences shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Applies to 2024 Nissan Altima, Kicks, Leaf, Rogue, Sentra, and Versa base models. Trim level described with higher MSRP. All prices are manufacturer suggested retail price. MSRP excludes $13.90 destination and handling charges, tax, title, license, and options. Dealer sets actual prices.
Bosch tools are built for workers. Bosch's powerful hammer drill has kickback control to help work go more smoothly when you need it. The 2-in-1 impact driver and wrench quickly changes between bits and sockets, so you only need one tool instead of two. And the X-Lock grinder switches wheels up to 5 times faster than standard grinders. Bosch tools take care of the job and you. Bosch Tools, what hard workers deserve. Learn more at BoschTools.com.
Ever notice that OW is the beginning of owner? If you run a small business, you get it. From power outages to equipment failures to delivery mishaps, there's only so much you can control. Fortunately, that includes talking to an independent agent about safety insurance. Safety's competitive property and liability coverage provides protection from business interruptions, equipment breakdowns, and many other business ownership issues. Safety insurance will help you manage life storms.
Now, I've been talking about how Massachusetts is the global leader in the life sciences. And people ask me, Felger, what does that mean? Well, let me break it down. Massachusetts is home to over 1,000 life sciences companies across the state, making it the global epicenter of the life sciences industry. We are ranked number 1 in education and healthcare. Along with over 40,000 new jobs projected by 2032, Massachusetts is the perfect place to start an exciting career in the life sciences, where you can make a difference. To learn how to get your start in the life sciences, visit masslifesciences.com.
From the mind of a 2-foot-tall talking spokes puppet comes this year's biggest challenge. It's time for Bob's Dare to Compare, the hottest game show on TV that asks, what happens when you compare Bob's to the competition? You get style. You get quality. You get beeps and boops and dings and whomps. In fact, thousands of dollars in savings. Everyone's a winner when you dare to compare with Bob's Discount Furniture. Now open in Somerville.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
This is a black and gold flashback.
Pasternak protects it, banked up top for Krug. 35 seconds left. High slot. Krejci right of the net. Marchand shoots. He scores! The Boston Bruins patiently work it down low. Brad Marchand right of the net from a deep angle. He sizzled one in, and it finds the back of the cage. A 5-on-3 power play goal in overtime, and the Bruins victorious 2-1 over the Dallas Stars.
Tonight's black and gold flashback taking us back to this date in 2018 as Brad Marchand scores that power play game winner. 4:29 into overtime. Bruins defeated the Dallas Stars in that game 2-1. David Pasternak also scoring in that game. Here in Toronto tonight, Bruins trailing 2-0 as we go to the third period. Boston will have a minute of power play time remaining on the minor penalty to Max Domi to start the period, and we'll see if they can use that as a springboard toward a comeback here. Down by a pair. Bruins headed home after this one. Pair of games at TD Garden the remainder of the week. Calgary Flames will be in town on Thursday night. And then the Ottawa Senators come in on Saturday night. Start here with Elias Lindholm, Pasternak, and Marchand, along with Coyle and McAvoy as the five-man unit, as Boston will go from left to right on offense here in the third period. Lindholm and Camp for the face-off. Bit of a false start. Talking to from the referee, and a face-off will be blown dead.
Oh, it's going to be one of those periods, huh?
Third time's a charm here. Reset the clock, reset the penalty time. Here we go. Face-off controlled eventually by Elias Lindholm, and here we go with the Bruins back in their own zone. McAvoy will send it up toward the right side. Jump past Lindholm, but Coyle has it, sends it deep. Tanev steers it out from behind the Toronto net, and all the way down ice it goes. Swayman hands it off to McAvoy behind the Boston net. 30 seconds to go in the power play as Pasternak tried to give it at the blue line to Marchand, forced back. Now Coyle loading it down the right wing boards. Tanev trying to hold off Marchand. Tanev takes a tumble. We got a penalty coming up as the puck is touched up along the near circle. And they're going to whistle Marchand for a trip, and that will end the power play 17 seconds early.
And put the Leafs on the power play. Marchand was tied up with Tanev. He's got his stick kind of set, and Tanev's trying to keep his feet moving. And it's hard to tell. It's down below us to our right. I'd like to get a replay of it, but Marchand, he's just reaching in. He gets out the left skate of Tanev. I know Marchand's not happy, but that's got to be called. So frustrated probably more than anything.
Yeah. It'll be 4-on-4 for 17 seconds, and then the Leafs will go to the power play, where they are 2 out of 5 on the night. Bruins now 0 for 5 on the evening. Tyler Johnson will take the face-off against Tavares. Johnson in his Bruins regular season debut after signing a contract yesterday. Ekman-Larsson's shot turned away by Swayman. Bruins clear the rebound. Rolling puck settled by Riley back in the Toronto zone. Max Domi standing and ready to come out of the box. And Toronto goes to the man advantage for a minute 41. Riley to Nylander coming out of his own zone. Now he'll deal it backward. Picked up by Marner with a full head of steam through neutral ice across the Boston line. Works his way toward the right wing boards. Hampus Lindholm had gotten knocked down. A chance in front for Tavares, and Swayman makes the stop.
Lindholm and Beecher ran into one another. Lindholm didn't even see Beecher. He's trying to chase to that left side and angle off to that left side, and as he does so, he runs right into Beecher.
Minute 24 left on the Toronto power play. Face off of the Boston zone. Coyle against Tavares.
Marner bidding for his third assist on that point-blank chance there for Tavares.
Nylander able to pull it free near the top of the face-off circle, but his pass back to Riley comes out of the zone. Nylander back inside the Toronto end. Minute 10 to go on the Marchand penalty. Nylander gains the red line, swings a pass left side for Tavares, down toward the hash marks. Riley gave it along for Nyes, now on the right wing circle. Knocked off his stick by Hampus Lindholm and shot the length of the ice by Beecher. 50 seconds left on the Toronto power play as Nyes gets a long pass from Riley. Inside the Boston blue line, Nyes is upended. McAvoy without a stick trying to poke that along with his glove, and now does dive down onto the ice and steers it all the way down ice with the glove. Gets his stick back and heads back to the bench with 30 seconds to go on the Toronto power play. Robertson couldn't catch up with a pass from Riley. That'll be an icing against Toronto.
Yeah, good effort right along the wall there. McAvoy and Nyes got all tangled up on the left wing side inside the Bruins zone, and McAvoy's going to battle even without a stick as it kind of got taken away there by Nyes. He's going to use his hand to get that puck down ice. Hop off for the line change.
Elias Lindholm to take the face-off in the offensive zone here. Bruins shorthanded for another 23 seconds. He's the 19th face-off of the night for Elias Lindholm. Max Domi will bring the Leafs out to neutral. 10 seconds left on their power play as the puck comes deep into Boston territory. Steered back to the blue line, but not out. Ekman Larsson got it deep for Pacioretty. Centering pass off Robertson. Now the shot from the far circle turned aside by Swayman as McMahon had a chance. Marchand out of the box. Puck will come in his way. He's trying to angle up ice around Ekman Larsson to the right wing circle. Marchand had it slip away from him and poke checked away by Stolars at the near side of his crease. Glove down out near the blue line by McAvoy. Passes along for Pasternak. Pasternak looking for McAvoy coming down the left circle.
Tried to give and go. I think that was Robertson that got a piece. Marchand
from the right corner. Reverses it for Pasternak. Now he'll bring it up along the near side hash marks. Under pressure from Robertson. Robertson takes a hit from Marchand. Puck came toward the high slot area, but Domi steers it out of there. And the Bruins will come back to get it in their own end with 3.5 gone by here in the third period. Toronto leading by 2. Koepke backhands it deep into the offensive zone. Benoit first man to it. Played it past Kastelik onto Reeves. Out to the blue line and out of the zone, but right back in courtesy of Hampus Lindholm. Brazo trying to center at Kastelik coming down the middle, but that was blocked. Carlo sweeps it back toward the near corner. Kastelik's got it on his stick, steps behind the Toronto net. Off the far wall for Hampus Lindholm, a shot that banked off the pads of Stolars. Here's Koepke firing one to the net, instead off the leg of Kastelik. Hampus Lindholm gets knocked down on the far boards. Lorentz will use the opportunity to clear the puck. Carlo coming back. Ridden to the wall by Reeves. It's Coyle taking the puck and giving back for Carlo. Long outlet pass. Zacha touched it along for Coyle. Coyle gives back for Zacha near the faceoff dot. He spun off it. Nylander lays it up the left wing boards, but cut off by McAvoy. It came back to Nylander, but Pacioretty's offside at the attacking blue line here for Toronto.
Yeah, a little light for the Bruins there that last shift or so. I know they didn't get anything through to Stolars, but you kill that penalty, you finally, all right, let's get ourselves going here 5-on-5. We can get back into this game. It's just going to take one shot. And a couple pucks towards the net, aggressive on the pinch. Just haven't seen enough of the sustained attack in the offensive zone. Not nearly as much as we've seen maybe in the last couple of games between Philadelphia and Seattle. There's been chances there, but not those prolonged shifts inside the zone where you wear teams down.
McCabe gets it deep behind Swayman. Zadorov will lift it out to the neutral ice. Pasternak trying to kick it along for both Marchand and Lindholm, who were coming forward. Instead now in the Toronto zone. An effort to clear it by Tanev, and does. McAvoy under pressure from Nyes, and Nyes going to take a penalty here. Back in the Bruins zone, hooking the indication against Nyes, and Bruins will go to the power play for the 6th time tonight.
Yeah. This one's a tough one on Nyes, and he's kind of looking up right now. Greg Berube.
Number 23, minor penalty for hooking.
Not crazy about this one. It's a long way from your net, right? He's just trying to put the forecheck on, and McAvoy's going to spin away from him. McAvoy went down pretty easy. It looked like Nyes had the stick in on McAvoy's hand. But you go back to the last period, he did have the stick in on his hand with one hand, and then McAvoy went down. But you remember Robertson?
Yeah.
How clamping down? All right, there you go. And that was on McAvoy.
Right. So face-off in the attack zone here for Elias Lindholm. See if the Bruins can break through. McAvoy from the right point to Lindholm, right circle. Centering pass. Tipped by Stolars. Out of the far corner, Marchand comes behind the net. Centering for Coyle, missed, but McAvoy, center of the blue line, keeps it in. Here's Elias Lindholm, right circle. Bounces along for Coyle at the hash marks near side. Lindholm again out of the corner. McAvoy, one-timer, save made. Marchand kicking it to his stick, trying to get it back out in front. Now McAvoy to Coyle. Backhand shot. Stolars kick save. Dives on the loose rebound.
He's had a couple backhand chances Coyle has, and Stolars has just been there. He's been up to the task. That's good puck movement by the Bruins. They're really doing their best, the Leafs are, to take away that pass from McAvoy over to Pasternak over in the left wing circle. So what do you got to do? If he's not there, either Pasternak's got to move a little bit, which he can, or you got to use the middle of the ice, right? And if that's going to be Coyle, fine. And Lindholm over on the right, you can bump it back. And McAvoy's got to be open to shooting it, which he has been.
Face off to the far circle to our right. Minute 28 to go on the power play. McAvoy's got it at the left point. Sends it for Pasternak. Kept it moving for Marchand. Back to Pasternak now with the left hash mark. Steps to the dot. Goes down low with it for Marchand. Elias Lindholm with the right dot. Up top for McAvoy. Over to Pasternak. One-timer blocker save Stolar. Coyle with the back of the net against Benoit. Timmins there as well for the Leafs. Timmins will get it free, but his clearing effort hit Lorenz. Lorenz turns around and shoots it out of the zone. 57 to go on the power play as McAvoy brings it out from his own blue line. Now drops it back for Pasternak. Pasternak carrying quickly into the Toronto zone. Stops along the near boards. Trying to wheel it around behind the net. Coyle chasing. Gets there in front of Tanev. Coyle gets it back from Marchand. To his backhand, now to his forehand. McAvoy center blue line with a shot. Elias Lindholm in front. Stolars made the stick save. Marchand now with the left circle. To Coyle, backs away from the net. Trying to get it back to McAvoy. Instead, it's picked off by Marner. He'll send Camp ahead. Short-handed rush and gets the shot in on Swayman, who makes the pad save and then plays the puck back off for Elias Lindholm.
Yeah, the power play looked good up until that last one there. And Coyle did a good job of shielding the puck, but didn't get that pass where he wanted to.
Nyes will be out of the box in 6 seconds. Hampus Lindholm skates it through the center circle. Lofts it down into the right wing corner. Power play is over. On the near boards, Brazo had it briefly. Leafs get it out. And Zadorov and Hampus Lindholm back to play for Boston in their own zone. Lindholm will bring it right back through neutral ice. Steps across the Toronto line. Rink-wide pass bounced away from Zadorov. And now a foot race up ice. Kastelik going to come back and get in front of Lorenz, who goes down, takes Kastelik with him. Puck came toward the net, poked away by Swayman. It's in behind the net now, and Nyes bringing it toward the near side corner. Spins away from Zadorov. Zadorov now gives him a shove. Tavares battling with Hampus Lindholm. Puck came bouncing free back to Ekman Larson at the right point. Over to Riley, who took his eye off it for a moment. He's in the corner against Brazo. Kastelik takes one away along the near boards. Bruins get it out. Tyler Johnson gets tripped up coming across the red line and gets it deep into Toronto territory with 12 minutes to play in regulation. Pacioretty from the red line sends it down the left wing boards. Wotherspoon to Koepke. He will send it high up off the glass, and it'll go all the way down for an icing against the Bruins.
Fans, hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Each team now with 6 power play opportunities in the game. Bruins have come up empty. Toronto 2 out of 6. And it's the Leafs with a 2-0 lead and 11:47 left. Face-off win here for Toronto. Benoit backs off of the blue line. Now out to the neutral zone it comes. Poitras able to win it back along the near side boards. From the far side, Wotherspoon drops it in behind Stolars. Benoit steering it back up through neutral past McMahon, and that goes for an icing against Toronto.
Ooh. Poitras and is that Holmberg? Yeah. Get into it. They got into it right inside the zone here, and then as they're going for the line change, they get into it again.
Right between the benches. The officials have to keep everyone separated.
I think Holmberg thought that Poitras went down a little easy, and then they're coming back up, and then they're going for the line change and came back together. Not two guys you would expect to come together.
An attacking zone face-off here off the icing.
Looks like Poitras might have even initiated a little bit.
Lindholm against Holmberg. Lindholm won the draw. Marchand trying to get into shooting position. Pasternak got it to him, and he got a shot in on Stolars, who sticked it off toward the end wall. Far corner. A cut off here by Holmberg as they tried to get it to Elias Lindholm. Bruins will come back into neutral ice. Got Marchand tangled with Robertson over by the Maple Leafs bench. And now McAvoy comes in and lays out McMahon along the near boards, and the Leafs will get whistled for another icing.
Yeah, good hit. Leafs couple icings. It's up to the Bruins to try to. Now you can get into. You've had 12 penalties in this game. It's just there's been no flow 5-on-5. Just when you get out for a couple of shifts, boom, there's another penalty. Well, the only difference is, I mean, there's. I think if you broke down the chances 5-on-5, they're fairly even. Bruins might even have an advantage in that area, but it's just special teams are the difference. And Stolars has been outstanding.
Yeah, shot it up over the net. Near side corner, Coyle kicked it along to Brazo. Brazo going behind the net. Passed off the far boards for Hampus Lindholm. Now a long shot by Zacha. That one doesn't make it to the net as Domi will lift it out of the zone.
Yeah, and the Leafs can finally get a change.
10.5 minutes to go in regulation. Bruins down 2. McAvoy's pass. Handcuffed Coyle. McAvoy now will play it across ice for Brazo just inside the Toronto line near side. Wotherspoon will wind it around, but nobody there to get it. Reeves will get an easy clear. McAvoy back in his own end. Both teams getting some changes on here. McAvoy from between the face-off circles. Ahead to Koepke. Lobs one up the right wing side. Here's Kastelik going to the net with a backhand just wide.
I didn't mind that move at all. He went hard to the net, went forehand, backhand, tried to lift that puck up over the blocker, just missed.
Beecher sweeps it toward the near side circle. Koepke pushes it back down low. Kastelik will chase Lorentz into the far corner. Kicked along the boards for Zadorov, and his shot turned aside with a pad by Stolars. Back to Zadorov now, bringing it along the blue line toward the near side. He'll skate it all the way down the right circle and down to the end boards. Now sends it back toward the near circle for Kastelik. Around it goes to the far side. Zadorov touched it free to Wotherspoon, and his shot with some traffic in front. Kastelik now in behind the net. Zadorov fired across. Koepke had to knock it down and then fired, and Stolarz took it away at the last moment.
I thought I heard post.
Possible it did. Patra brings the Bruins back through neutral ice. Gets it into the Toronto zone, but Frederick couldn't keep it moving forward. Carlo and Hampus Lindholm back in the neutral ice. Now Frederick getting it into the near side corner. Patra plays it around McCabe to Johnson. Frederick back to Carlo. His shot goes up over Stolarz. He reached up to try to glove it. Leafs get it out courtesy of Nylander. Pacioretty gets the feed from Tavares and brings into the Boston zone. Centering pass right onto the stick of Hampus Lindholm. And Hampus will send Johnson up the right wing side. Dumps it in. Stolarz comes out of the net and plays it with under 8.5 minutes to go here in regulation. Toronto leading it 2-0. Nylander's pass up the right side. Missed Nyes and another icing.
Not afraid to ice it this period. A couple good chances. I think Koepke's shot may have gone off the short side post. Hard to tell. Stolarz was getting there. He moved to his left pretty quick. And he may have gotten a piece of it, and it may have got a piece of the post. Koepke had to knock that puck down. Yeah, hard to tell, but either way, I'll give Stolarz the benefit of the doubt. He's been that good tonight.
24 out of 24. Face off. Pulled backward by Elias Lindholm. Nyes able to get in there and get the puck out to the red line. Here comes Marchand right back off a feed from Wotherspoon and throws one on goal. Stolarz knocks that aside. Elias Lindholm poking a puck free of the far circle. Came back toward him and Marchand had it knocked off his stick. Domi will play it out into the neutral ice. Wotherspoon will skate back onto it in the Boston zone. It came up just shy of an icing along the near side circle. Puck pulled free by Marner, brings back out to the blue line and now shoots it into the right wing corner. McMahon pivots back in behind the net. Benoit mishandled one out near the blue line. Pasternak steps forward here with Coyle. Coyle floats one right side for Pasternak. Gets sandwiched off it between McMahon and Benoit. Back out to the red line it comes with 7:25 to play. Coyle backhanding one down into the left wing corner. Coyle gets to it near corner. Here's Brazo with a puck on his stick. Turns back to his forehand. In a wrestling match with Holmberg. Brazo able to keep it moving. Got to Zacco on the near right wing circle. Zacca saucers one across toward the far side. And Carlo's shot goes wide to the short side. McMahon clears it past a pinching Zadorov. Zacca coming back, diving to keep that puck away from Robertson, who now chases it down in the Boston zone. Robertson sends it hard around the wall for Riley near boards. He gets hit by Zadorov. Puck goes back in behind the Boston net. Coming on from the bench, Nylander gets it on his stick, takes the shot. Swayman makes the save. Rebound scooped up and off goes Koepke. Oh, the penalty coming away from the play here.
It should have been on Holmberg.
Holmberg
for interference.
Kastelik.
They're going to call Kastelik for interference.
Koepke touches the puck.
It should have been Holmberg.
So it's 6:20 to go. And Toronto leading it 2-0. Kastelik going to the box.
47, minor penalty for roughing.
They'll call it roughing.
They're calling him roughing. It should have been Holmberg for interference.
So power play for Toronto when we come back. 2-0, they lead it on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
John Stewart Drain Cleaning is happy to announce their newest location in Norwood. Now even faster service for your clogged drain emergency. John Stewart, the name to know when the drains don't flow. Visit johnstewart.com.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
The cold weather's coming. Call Revise Energy now for a no-cost mass save home energy assessment and make sure your heating system and home insulation are adequate for winter. Call 800-885-SAVE or visit callrevise.com.
Community is about going the extra mile, doing more than what's expected.
And at National Grid, we think doing more for our customers is important. That's why we offer energy efficiency programs and rebates to help you use less and save more. And a variety of services and solutions to make managing your bill easier. Because when it comes to utilities, affordability is just as important as reliability. We're here for your home. Learn more at ngrid.com/here4you.
Hey, be sure to check out the Fix It Forward program from Rodenheiser Home Services. Rodenheiser will apply any past heating or AC repair bill towards a new system up to $550. Visit Rodenheiser.com/fixitforward for details.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Toronto will go to the power play with 6:20 remaining. It's a 2-0 Maple Leafs lead. Mark Kastelik whistled for roughing. As you said, Beersy, I'm not sure how that wasn't interference.
Holmberg was running some interference. Well, the roughing is after he got interfered with. And they go down to the ice, and he gave him a shot. I thought, if anything, you caught both of them there. But they didn't. They looked up and saw the roughing, and okay.
Bruins will shoot one down the ice on the Stolars here.
Can't complain about not having enough opportunities today.
So as of the timeout, 19 minutes and 19 seconds out of more than 53 minutes of this game have been played with one of these teams on the power play tonight. Almost a full period. Now we're past a full period of power play time. Riley to Nylander. Shot, score. Matthew Nyes in front. Looked like he may have tipped that in. And the Leafs, with their third power play goal of the game, have a 3-0 lead.
Oh, he definitely tipped it in. I mean, he's been all around the net. Nyes has here today. So what is that, 6 goals in his last 8 games for Nyes, and this one's standing right in front of the net. And it's just a shot from the point. He's going to get a good tip. And, you know, he's been around the front of the net all game. He had a couple backdoor plays where he had opportunities. He didn't quite finish off. But he was in a battle with Carlo when the shot went off of Carlo's leg, or the pass from Nylander went off of Carlo's leg. And he was in front providing a screen when Riley scored the power play goal.
So this is now the 4th game this year where the Bruins have allowed 3 power play goals. And that has provided the Leafs all of their offense tonight with 5:47 to go and a 3-0 lead.
See, the issue there is, normally you got a D that you don't want to get tied up with him, but you want to at least try to move him there. But if you're not going to be there, then the forward has to be fronting that wrist shot that comes through. And that was a clear shot from the point by Riley. And his goal was a clear shot from the point.
McMahon playing through neutral ice. Zadorov there for the Bruins back at his own blue line. Patra backhands it into the Toronto zone. Koepke goes crashing in against Ekman Larson. Along the far boards, Zadorov will keep it in. Patra pressured by Holmberg in the far corner. Patra goes down, trying to stay with the puck. Tyler Johnson comes in to try to help him out. He gets pulled off it by Timmins, so the puck will be pushed up ice. Here's McMahon into the Boston zone. Angled off the puck by McAvoy. Koepke comes back to get it. We're under 5 minutes to play. Pastrnak pivoting up ice from his own zone. Steers it out into the neutral ice. Picked off by Camp, who will carry it back toward his own blue line. Tanev lifting one high through neutral ice. Glove down by Hampus Lindholm. He steers it across ice. Wotherspoon gets it off of Karam. Long pass ahead for Marchand, just inside the Toronto line. Turned over. Reeves ran into Wotherspoon in the neutral ice. Elias Lindholm gets the feed back into the attack zone. On the near side boards. It'll come back toward Hampus Lindholm at the point. Floats it along to Pastrnak. Now Wotherspoon from the left point. Swayman's headed to the bench for the extra attacker. Hampus Lindholm shot knocked down in front. Lorenz picks up the puck. He'll skate it to the red line and shoot from there and score into the empty net.
You got to have some communication there. Lindholm has no idea. Hampus Lindholm has no idea, because he has his back to Swayman, that there's no goalie in the net. And he's going to allow Lorenz to just skate up the ice because he's protecting the the neutral zone. He's not trying to protect the red line per se because he doesn't realize. You can see his reaction afterwards. I think it was Brazo that just hopped on the ice. If it was, there needs to be communication.